Here.
We are live. How's everyone doing?
Okay.
Good.
I'm alive another day.
That's always good. Had a good vacation?
Oh yeah.
Woo!
You sure you want to be as odd today, Jeff?
Well, so as I told Haxley, I didn't watch the finale. I thought I was caught up.
He thought he was caught up, and then I brought something up. I was like, wait, what?
So apparently, I have missed the finale. So it's the Zod thing could be a very miss today. Can be very miss. So to anybody watching this, I'm sorry ahead of time if I shouldn't be a Zod. Can I change my name real quick? I think I can.
Sure, certainly can try.
You know, I don't know how to do that.
I think you have to leave and come back.
You might have to leave and come back in.
Wait.
Oh no, I can edit it right here.
Yeah.
I am now gel.
That's probably a
I don't know if that helps any much better. What happens?
What? Okay.
You just need to watch this episode at that point.
I'm gonna go with a safe option.
I do need to get a quick thing from somebody that we want to sponsor us. I need a Dr. Pepper.
I don't have any Dr. Pepper to. They just need to sponsor us. Actually, you get any more sponsorship deals?
I still got HelloFresh up. I can do a HelloFresh stream some more. Every person who signs up with the link, I get $125.
There's a Sweeney Todd-esque cooking game that you could play.
Sweeney Todd-esque cooking game?
Yeah, so you're a tailor. You're a couple. One is a tailor. One is a chef. The tailor kills people and takes their clothes to make new clothes. The other one uses the meat of the people to create pies for people to eat.
Okay.
Did you just say the meat of the people? Are you okay?
I don't know why we can't just steal the ties to do more ties, but
well, it's all the clothes that the person wears gets recycled into new clothes, and the meat of the person gets recycled into meat pies.
Oh, I heard ties.
No, pies. Meat pies.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense than the tie that I thought. Like, why are you wearing a meat tie?
you could certainly wear an intestine as a tie if you wanted to.
It's not very fashionable.
I wouldn't suggest it. I mean, Lady Gaga did wear a meat dress, so.
I was gonna say someone wore a meat dress. I couldn't remember who it was.
It was Gaga.
She did wear a meat dress, huh?
Yeah.
Those were strange times.
Those were times that were had.
Yeah. The time, and it seems like times are not getting any better for Ezra Miller or the Warner Bros. Discovery
or the Flash fan base. Come on now.
Can we just hurry up and give Ezra Miller a super villain name? Can we just?
I feel like Ezra Miller is already a super villain name.
You think so?
That would be his secret identity. Would be Ezra Miller.
Huh.
I don't know. I get villain vibes from the name Ezra.
Ezra Miller.
I don't know if I get villain vibes, but he definitely does not seem like the greatest person at the moment. Being accused of supplying a minor with alcohol, marijuana, LSD.
The LSD is where I'm like, it's a little weird.
I mean, it's LSD. It's a party drug.
Yeah, I don't think it's any weirder than the supplying a minor with any of the other things.
Well, the alcohol LSD is where I'm like, the weed, I'm like, whatever.
I mean, it's not unusual for minors to drink alcohol or smoke weed. It is a little bit more unusual for minors to do LSD, even though I did it as a minor.
It's not your go-to, you know.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
Just want to know what Ezra Miller.
I would have expected cocaine first because he's got money. But,
Yeah, Coke is usually like the. Is Ezra Miller white? Can I say that?
Mhm.
That's the white money drug.
I think he's
No?
mixed.
I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I don't know what they are either. Hold up. I looked at the wrong Ezra.
Okay.
Oh.
What Ezra were you looking up to get this reaction?
It said George Ezra, and I didn't read the rest of it. Ezra Miller is Jewish, Dutch, and German.
So
yeah.
super Caucasian.
Well, you could kind of have to be careful with that with Jewish. They
Yeah.
don't like to be called white, which I get, because white America doesn't like Jewish people. So.
But yeah, I'm all for Grant Gustin to replace him as a Flash.
Yeah, Grant Gustin.
Even before all these allegations, I just did not care for Ezra Miller. I found a way he runs to be weird.
So many actors they could choose. They could choose Dylan O'Brien. I feel like he'd be a good Flash.
I hear his name so much for the Flash. I have no idea who this person is.
I didn't realize other people thought he'd be a good Flash. That makes me feel kind of good about that. But he's Maze Runner and Teen Wolf.
No, I've never seen any of these things.
That's pretty much it, because he got hurt doing Maze Runner because he does his own stunts. He's a pretty young kid. I think he's only like 24, 25.
Well,
or maybe
holy fuck! No, he's 30.
They just look young. That's the idea.
He's about to be 31.
That makes more sense because like Maze Runner was like a while ago, and he didn't look that young. It was
8 years ago, and he's supposed to be like 15 in that show.
8 years ago? Okay, never mind.
Maybe it's time to put Barry Allen to rest and put Wally on the big screen.
All right, so what redhead do you want to play Wally, or do you want Black Wally? Because those were the only two Wallys we've got.
We could try and redeem A-Train as a Wally.
No. I don't think he's that good of an actor, homie. Yeah,
really good
A-Train. Maybe it's the writing.
He doesn't have much in the early parts. That's for sure.
I think
I'm in like
because
the second half of season 2 now.
Okay.
He's fine. I kind of don't like that they just wrote a black dude to be a drug addict athlete. Like,
there's a lot of things wrong with.
A lot of things.
Well, you're not on season 3.
Yeah. There's a lot of things wrong with The Boys in writing. They just use stereotypes a lot, and it's like, yes, I get what you're doing, but also you can do this without the stereotypes.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so we also got a trailer for the Black Adam. How are we feeling about this trailer?
I didn't watch it. I don't even know if I care about Black Adam anymore. The suit looks awful.
The suit looks fine.
I thought the suit looked fine. I thought from what we saw, Dr. Fate was good. Adam Smasher looked cool. Hawkman looked pretty cool.
No, not Adam Smasher. They should have went with the OG Adam Smasher look. This is just Deadpool recolored. It's just a Deadpool recolor. It's so frustrating. It's crazy to me because Adam Smasher is like the easiest costume that you could probably transfer to live action.
Wait, I gotta look at what Adam Smasher looks like in the OG one. Because I thought
that's an awful suit. That is an ugly ass suit, Paxley.
The movie one?
Yeah.
I don't know why they changed it because you could just. It's not hard to adapt to live action.
Are you talking about the one with the yellow and the thighs, or the red and black like jumpsuit?
I'm talking about like the red and blue.
The red and blue with the atom symbol.
Yeah. It's simple. It's just like a sleeveless.
You know what? This picture of him, not just a picture, and not moving in the trailer looks a lot more terrible. than when he's like actually running through the city.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this looks awful.
He looked cool running through the city.
Why they shouldn't have given him sleeves? Why did they give him sleeves?
He looks.
For what purpose?
Why does he have shoulder pads?
Why does he have shoulder pads? Why?
I don't know. Buildings are tough. You want to protect that shoulder.
And what did Hawkman look like?
Hawkman looks like a comic accurate Hawkman. The painful thing though is that you have to live with being Hawkman.
Yeah, I mean, Hawkman is like, I liked Hawkman as a kid because I thought he looked dope
And then you realize that he's just gonna die.
all the time.
Always.
And then, like, that's literally his job, is to just die and be reincarnated.
Mm-hmm.
It depends what Talkman we're talking about. Because sometimes he's one who reincarnates. Other times he's an alien.
And that's true. Well, sometimes he's an alien that just reincarnates, though.
This is true. What is it? Dark Metals, he was an alien that reincarnates, right?
No, I think in Dark Metal he was an archaeologist. I don't think he was Sanagarian.
Who is this lady in green?
What was her name? I literally just read what her name was. I forgot what it was.
I don't.
Cyclone.
Yeah, I don't know what her powers are. I don't really care.
Yeah, her suit looks awful, too.
It doesn't look the worst.
I didn't know there was this person named Cyclone in this movie.
Okay, I admit. It looks very CW. It's a CW.
Yeah.
suit.
Yeah, it does not look good.
But the Black Adam suit is good. Dr. Fate looks spectacular.
Dr. Fate is the only one that looks good. I would have rather they done the like green and yellow super flowy one than whatever they did with it just being green and a plate.
I think.
I don't know how excited I am about this anymore.
Hawkman looks good. Hawkman and Dr. Fate look the best, I think.
Dr. Fate definitely looks the best, even though it's not comic accurate because it doesn't have eye slits. It's just like,
Hey, I'll take it.
but it looks cool. Like
It looks good. And, Dr. Fate, oh my god, the actor's good, and
like he's the reason why I will be seeing this film. I don't care about Black Adam.
No, I'd rather it just be a Dr. Fate movie, to be honest.
Truly. But it's going to be Black Adam because it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and he's the big man. I just hope that they actually make him a villain and not like a good
I have what I mean, Black Adam, you can go either way, so I don't mind it too much. I've seen The Rock in just straight comedy action films for like the past decade that just I couldn't take him serious, like looking all angry as Black Adam during the trailer. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, and that's what makes me want him to be a villain is that we just always see The Rock as his hero.
I'm hoping to see a more serious Rock from this because he does play more goofy characters more often than not.
Yeah.
It's good to show his range, get out of his comfort zone if he goes all Black Adam, angry.
I mean, he
doesn't have to be a villain, but
at times.
definitely anti-villain.
It's hard to say because this movie is most definitely going to tie into Shazam, and Shazam is nothing but a goofball movie.
Right, but like Shazam, I think Black Adam and Shazam work best when Black Adam is serious and Shazam is a goofball because they're complete opposites. And that's why I like Black Adam as a villain and not a hero.
And that's how it should be. But this is WB.
Yeah, so we're gonna get a goofy ass hero, and I'm gonna hate the movie.
I mean,
and we're gonna get Dr. Fate for like 10 minutes. Total.
It depends how far along it is, because like it's also not exactly WB. Because I know Discovery's doing a lot of changes to a lot of stuff. Because I think Discovery's taking charge for a lot of the production side of stuff.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, either way, I'm
different
excited.
Name, same entity.
Either way, I'm excited as long as I see Dr. Fate.
You will see Dr. Fate, but will it be Dr. Fate for long? Because I think that's one of those faces you want to show.
I don't mind if they show his face.
I fucking hope not. They need to take a fucking like lesson from Mandalorian and just not show Fate's fucking face. I'm so fucking tired of this. Like, oh, we have this character that never shows their face unless when they're this specific character. Let's show their face. Like, why the fuck did they do that with Master Chief?
It makes more sense with Dr. Fate though, because he doesn't want to get involved in a lot of things a lot of the times. So sometimes
with Dr. Fate,
but he has control when he has the helmet on. That is always the thing with Fate. Why would he take the helmet off?
I think it would be fine if it's like at least half and half, because like with the mascot, it's got to be mostly Nobu talking and interacting, which I think it's fine. So in this case, it's fine if it's like half and half. But I would prefer to see him in costume for like the majority of these scenes.
Oh, it's Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate? I didn't even know that. No, don't show his fucking face, WB. Don't do it. Don't do a Halo.
But we already know they show his face.
We see in the trailer.
But what I'm saying is, like, don't make it the majority of the time, because that's always what happens. They take their fucking helmet off, and then all of a sudden it's the majority of the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually one of the things that I like about the MCU is that, like, Peter only ever shows his face when he's talking to somebody who already knows his identity.
Yeah.
Same with Tony. Cap wears his fucking helmet most of the fucking movie.
Yeah, but that's like them. Like, Naboo doesn't do anything if the world's not in danger.
That's fine. Have Black Adam be a villain and put the world in fucking danger.
I am out though. There's no way Black Adam is waxing Dr. Fate. I don't care in what universe it is. So they can't fight each other because that's a short movie.
Yeah.
And if for whatever reason I see Black Adam defeat Dr. Fate in any scene, I'm gonna be pissed as shit because there's no way.
They're gonna disrespect Dr. Fate. I hope
the Rock Attorney is like pretty old, powerful magic if he uses the Rock, but just him by himself, I don't think so.
Like Dr. Fate is a whole different level of hero. Like that's why he doesn't do shit.
They're gonna disrespect him. I hope you're ready for it.
If it was like a younger Fate, I would accept it. But nah, this is like a.
I mean,
probably Kent, honestly.
Is it Tanda's dad?
No, that's Zatara. Kent Nelson's the one we saw at the beginning of Young Justice, who died.
That's right.
Yeah. That's how
I hate that it's Zatara and Zatanna. That's so dumb. That is so dumb.
But we love Zatanna.
We do. I think
Zatara is also a pretty cool name. I wouldn't be too angry.
I'm just mad that he named his daughter Zatanna after himself. That's really all it is.
They canceled the Zatanna show, right? Or was it a movie?
I don't know if they canceled it. I think it's one of those projects that we talked about it last week.
It's going to be on the.
One director has dibs on it, but he hasn't done anything with it forever.
It's just like an easy thing they can do. They should just save the B-list characters for the shows and the A-list characters for the movies.
I mean,
give me Zatanna
show. Dope ass Zatanna's show or movie. Like, they could do really well.
Yeah. I think the main issue is that it'd be weird for them to do a Zatanna show because they haven't even gotten a successful big name character out in theaters.
I just remembered.
Maybe they need to do a small.
I don't know if this helps you in any way, but Zatara's first name is not Zatara; it's Giovanni.
Okay.
Zatara is their last name, so it's Zatanna Zatara.
That's worse.
Zatanna Zatara is a horrible name.
That is
a horrible name.
You understand why that's worse, right?
I mean, that's pretty much comic book. Peter Parker, like, there's so much alliteration.
No. Peter Parker makes sense. Zatanna Zatara is a wild name.
Zara Zatanna. Zara Zatara. Better than Zatanna Zatara. Zoe Zatara. Done. Alliteration. Congratulations.
They didn't have to name her Zatanna. They wanted to make her magical sounding. That's all.
I was like,
It'd be one thing if
who
it
else
was
like
like
that?
her
Bruce
skin.
Banner is another one where they keep it like the same initials.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of it.
Reed Richards.
Uh,
It's like a
Matt
popular thing for
Murdock.
some reason. Matt Murdock.
See, but I think
same sound. Clark Kent.
Clark Clint. Billy Batson.
Yeah, like
For whatever reason, they wanted those same initials in the early days of books.
yeah, it's easier for kids to remember. That's what it is.
Clark Kent's a good name though.
Clark Kent is like a spin on it that I appreciate.
Yeah.
Appreciate it more than Zatanna Zatara.
Zatanna Zatara is a terrible fucking name. Sorry, Axel, you're gonna be bleeping a lot.
All right, so moving on. We got confirmation about the Joker 2 script from the director Todd Phillips.
Don't need it.
Don't need it.
It's gonna ruin it. What can they do?
Todd Phillips says
good.
he wasn't gonna do one unless he had an idea. So maybe they actually are gonna do something good. I don't know.
I would love to be proved wrong, but I bet it's a shit idea. I bet it's gonna ruin it because the good thing about the Joker was that it flipped the script and it
Yeah, it was unique.
it was like it was a movie that didn't. It wasn't a. The only reason why it was a Joker film is that it was named Joker. That's why it was good.
Yeah, I agree. We also got a trailer for the Midnight Suns.
Stoked.
It looks really cool.
I'm playing Spidey.
I'm not playing Spidey.
Did you guys see how Microsoft was like, "Hey, we finally got a Spider-Man onto after they lost the Spider-Man"?
I'm so excited to play Spider-Man, but I'm also so mad at this fucking suit. It is the ugliest fucking suit I've seen on Spider-Man for a long ass time.
You
and
can
he
wear
has
other
some
suits,
ugly
right?
ass suits.
You can wear other suits, right? That was the thing.
Yeah, they're gonna have skins. Yeah,
Okay.
but like the canon suit is fucking ugly. It doesn't even look like a Spider-Man suit.
I think I'll be playing as Magic. I think that's who I prefer.
Like I just
Venom looked pretty cool.
Venom always looks cool, actually. Always.
Spider-Man 2211, one of the ugliest fucking suits. That suit is uglier.
Yeah, just play Wolverine.
You'll play as Wolverine?
Yeah, why not?
You gonna play with us? Are they gonna have it be cross-platform? Do we know yet?
I don't think we know too much, do we?
Do you even know when it comes out?
We do know when it comes out.
No, Digimon Survive is next month.
It is next month.
Oh, we don't know when it comes out. It's 2022 at some point, probably holidays.
Probably holidays, yeah.
I mean, Majik looks good.
The
Iron
girl for
Man.
the Runways, I forget her name.
Oh, yeah, she like a lot of these suits look great, and then you fucking see Spider-Man suit, and you're like, why the fuck did they give this man the ugliest fucking suit you could have asked for? The only cool thing about it is the fucking like iron spider legs that come out that are magic. And I have a feeling that all of these suits are made by Tony Stark that are
Probably.
magified.
You
Probably.
think so? Okay.
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't
It's
know.
already
It's
established
a
that
magic
this is-
thing. I just maybe thought Doctor Strange spell or something.
A lot of them don't have things that like change your appearance. Like magic in Marvel is typically about magic items and magic abilities, but not giving somebody a suit out of thin air. It's usually an item that is enchanted.
That's strictly for the Piccolos of the world.
Like there's a point where Spider-Man wears a magic item on a thing to rescue on an adventure to rescue Thor, and it's a helmet that lets him speak to horses, but it's enchanted to do that.
Okay.
And they
Well,
happen to find a bunch of Pegasuses, and because they're horses, he can speak to them.
okay. Well, we're gonna go with that. But if you guys are interested in this, if you pre-order this now, you can get Doctor Strange Defender skin. I'm okay without that.
It's weird that they chose Doctor Strange as the big hero to give the skin to for the pre-order.
It's weird that's a Defender skin out of all the skins. I feel like
I mean, he's a defender.
he is a Defender, but why are we using that for the Midnight Suns? Honestly, why not
Because
just?
you got like an MCU skin.
Yeah, I was like, why not just use the MCU version Doctor Strange as the cosmetic
why not do Zombie Strange?
or Zombie Strange? That could have been also interesting.
Like
Something that got a little bit more highlight than like 5 minutes, die, become a zombie. We also, I don't even remember what we got. I wrote I Am Groot there.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that meant.
Was it just
we got a poster and release date.
Poster release date? Okay.
Yeah, the release
What
date.
did I mean by putting that there?
I don't know. Release date is August 10th.
Okay. I believe it's just a bunch of shorts. I don't think it's a whole cartoon.
Yeah. I mean, even if it was a whole cartoon, it'd probably be great. It's just little Groot being a little piece of shit.
Yeah. Right before the She-Hulk starts later in August, I think.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this? An extended cut of Spider-Man No Way Home titled Spider-Man No Way Home. The more fun stuff will release in theater September 2nd.
I'm excited. I hope they actually like do some more delving into the story of like all the Peter's interactions and things like that. Like,
No, I hate it. I hate whenever they do something like we're re-release this in theaters. Why not just put this all on the Blu-ray or something?
I mean, that's fair. It should just be a Blu-ray version. Like that's what Lord of the Rings did. They just released extended versions.
Yeah, I don't know why you would release it like that.
But is it going to stop me from going to see it in the theaters? No, I'm still probably going to do it. So I'm going to want to see it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna see this because I don't even like Spider-Man in general, and also I just don't want to support this practice. Like you guys can just re-release things like Spider-Man with more stuff.
I mean, Morbius fucking failed, so maybe.
Have you all watched Morbius?
No,
Nope.
I haven't seen Morbius.
I watched it over my trip.
How was?
That may have been the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Have you seen
Worse
The
than
Room?
Green Lantern? Oh, the Green Lantern actually wasn't that bad.
Have you seen The Room?
No, I haven't seen The Room.
No, but I know enough.
It's like superhero The Room.
So I need to get high and watch it.
Oh no! You don't even have to be high. You will watch it in any state and be laughing. But that movie is terrible.
I wonder if there's a drinking game for it yet.
Maybe.
There should be.
But like, why release it when it's already available to rent? I'm pretty sure digitally.
They thought that the memes were enough to make people want to actually watch. They really banked on people memeing the hell out of this movie.
I understand it went viral with the memes and everything, but like, why would they just rent it at home? Why go to a theater?
The drinking rules for the Morbius drinking game are: drink when someone says Michael, you see bats, someone dies, there's slow motion, his pupils change, and then chug it when you hear it's Morbin time.
I don't recall if he actually said that in the movie. Oh, and that post-credit scene was terrible. And was pointless. I don't know if you guys care about knowing what it is or if you already know what it is.
No, I don't think I know
don't
anything.
care.
It's Vulture. It's Mike.
Oh, the thing in the commercial
poster
that we've all seen.
The trailer.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Peter thing.
Yeah. So I think you and I could do something if we work together. I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. I sat there
They
and
brought
it was
down the Vulture for this movie because Michael Keaton killed it as the Vulture.
It was horrible.
Well, he's gonna kill it again as the Vulture in the Morbius universe.
Morbius 2.
Morbin time.
I'd rather just get a Birdman 2. I mean, I would love to get a Birdman 2. Keaton was awesome as Birdman.
It's just so shocking that they greenlit this movie to ever make it to theaters.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean,
it was that bad.
I mean, remember everything else Sony has on its plate? We have
Into the Spider-Verse 2.
I mean, I was gonna go with Madam Web, Craven the Hunter.
Oh yeah. Silk.
What? El Muerte? That's who Bad Bunny's playing?
Yeah. That movie's gonna be probably
like the most random stuff they're doing.
Craven the Hunter isn't even that random. He's one of like the original Sinister Six.
But for a whole movie without a Spider-Man?
It is weird. He's going to be hunting down Morbius. That's what's going to be happening. Or the Vulture. Or both.
They need to not make these villain characters heroes anymore. I'm over it. It's not working.
Oh, they made Morbius a hero?
Essentially.
When he's Is he not pretty much a hero?
No.
I think it was like Peter's friend.
No, he's like Blade's, one of Blade's enemies. He's one of Peter's enemies.
Oh, they made him
so terrifying in the
90s Spider-Man.
No, he was terrifying in that version. They couldn't let him bite.
Yeah, he had leech hands. I remember that.
Leech hands,
but I thought he was still
more terrifying.
But I thought he was still like an anti-hero or something.
No, he's always been like he's a vampire. He's a vampire that has to suck blood to survive. It's not like Blade where he's like a vampire killing other vampires.
Well, I know nothing about Morbius then. Because I thought he was Peter's friend and he was a good guy.
It's like people are afraid to make comic book movies that are actual horror movies. I don't need a good ending.
Yeah, Morbius is a villain. He's an antagonist of Spider-Man, Blade, and Ghost Rider. And yeah, he just tries to go kill people.
Well,
to survive.
On the Netflix side of things, Sweet Tooth Season 2 has wrapped up filming.
I'm excited. I like Sweet Tooth.
I love Sweet Tooth. I'm so excited. I binge watched that show so fucking fast it wasn't even fun.
We're gonna see more of Billy soon. Like all these other kids have like one or two features are animal like. You're just a giant rat, Billy.
Billy's the best.
All right, continue up with news from Netflix. We have Dragon Age Absolution coming to Netflix.
It's interesting that they announced that Netflix was cutting all these animated series, and then
here they do.
There's just dropping.
Yeah, like.
Which I'm excited for Dragon Age.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm excited for it. I hope they do well. They've done really well with their other game series, which is The Witcher, but you know,
Dodo was hit or miss. Like the first season was good, the second season was kind of.
I like Castlevania.
Castlevania
was good.
Like, they've been doing good with their dark game TV shows and movies.
And we're getting Castlevania Nocturne. Is that what I say this? Nocturne?
Yeah, Nocturne.
Which I'm okay with. Yeah, I'm going to watch all of these shows when they come out.
The next one is the one I'm most skeptical about. You know, Glimpse at Skull Island.
I'm excited for this one. This is the one I'm probably most excited for.
I'm excited for it, but I'm skeptical, as always, when it comes to my kaijus.
Their Godzilla animated 3-parter was
really good. Yeah, that was pretty good.
So I'm not too worried, but like I am curious to see what they'll do. I'll at least watch it. It could go right. It
could be really good, or it could be Godzilla 2000 again.
You know, just give me good kaiju fights and less humans, and I'll be okay.
I mean, we should. It's an anime series about a group of explorers that find themselves on a collision course with strange beasts, terrifying titans, and the most mysterious island the world has ever known.
Yeah, it should be good. And then the best thing that's coming out this year for Netflix, Dragon Prince season 4.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh.
No, I've never heard of till like we started this podcast and you guys talk about it. Like,
I don't know how
every
you
month.
didn't hear about it, or like this is something that would be up your alley. Actually, it's created by the guys who did Avatar. It's got dragons and magic.
I'm not a big magic guy.
It's not.
You say that, but like your favorite MCU character is Doctor Strange. You love Doctor Fate. You love Zatanna. You like magic.
I wouldn't say Doctor Strange is my favorite MCU. I love Laura. I love X-23.
I said MCU.
Oh, MCU.
You like
MCU's Ant-Man. Ant-Man's the best of all the movies.
If we were to play D&D right now, you would 100% select a wizard.
Yeah, because all they do is research and learn things. Or you'd be an artificer because they also research and create things.
He's gonna become a wizard so he could turn into a shark. That's what it is.
No, you'd be a druid so he can turn into a shark. But that's still magic.
Isn't it like a beast tamer? Can I be a beast tamer?
There are rangers that can have pets, but they're kind of awful. And
why would you want a beast?
I would not suggest.
So I could tame like sharks and wolves or something.
So you want to be Aquaman?
Sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest being a ranger. I wouldn't suggest having pets your first playthrough of D&D, because then you have to learn the rules for 2 different characters and not just one. And there's a lot of rules to begin with.
All right, well, back to this Dragon Prince you guys are so excited for.
That's
apparently has 4 seasons. I've never heard of this thing before.
Actually, I just need you to start it so you can say that you like it, because you're going to like it.
You're going to like it.
Well, apparently you guys said I have till December for the season 4 to decide if I want to be part of this.
Just watch it as like your bedtime show. That's what I did.
I binged straight through this.
Oh, that's what I did with season 3. Season 1 and season 2, I just watched it like a couple episodes before bed.
I practically just swallowed the show.
All right, with more Netflix news, does anyone else want to read this next Netflix news? Because I'm going to butcher this name.
Kioma Umila, I guess.
I was going to get Chioma, but I guess Kioma also works.
It's going to be Nojiko in One Piece live action.
So, yeah, it's not really that big a deal. And the only reason I posted this article to Discord is because I, for some reason, thought she was going to be Vivi. And I was like, oh, that's super dope. I love Vivi. And then you're like, I never even heard of this. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I read the name and I was like, oh, that's not Vivi.
I don't know why you thought it was Vivi. None of these about this article suggested Vivi.
Classic.
I was like, who's Nojiko? I had to like look this person up because I don't remember this name.
I don't know any of this. I'm not a One Piece person. Although now that it's finished, I might actually read it.
Vivi should be black. I think everyone from Alabasta should be black.
It probably makes the most sense everyone from Alabasta to be black, since it's a country that's based in like Egypt, I guess.
But hey, I'm excited.
Why is there Egyptians pirating? How are they getting to the ocean?
I don't know.
I know you're trying to frustrate me, but it's not going to work.
There's a lot of islands. Every country's an island. There's the United States island. There's like an Egypt island.
There's no United States island. What the hell?
During the World Summit or something, we saw someone who looked like Uncle Sam there.
Did we?
Yeah, we saw Uncle Sam. He's the king of the whatever country that's for America.
I have to remind myself. Because that is not something I remember.
He met with like all the other kings and everything when they had that summit.
Actually deleted one of the things I put on there.
What was that?
Relax.
I'm just seeing a bunch of One Piece statues.
All right, so next we have Boys War Season 4 renewal,
Not
which
surprised.
seems very quick, but I'm not surprised.
Not surprised.
I mean, what else does Amazon Prime have?
What are you
The
talking about?
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, I think.
Amazon Prime has other stuff. What was it? Vox Machina was good. I hear Reacher is well received.
I don't know. I only have Amazon Prime because of shipping.
I mean that too.
That's pretty much all I use it for. Like, I don't even watch stuff on it. The Boys,
I feel like
I
there was
forget
more.
what's it called, but
Oh,
that-
there's a new short film with.
Oh, and Invincible, which is their biggest series.
Oh yeah, Invincible.
Invincible. That's it.
Love and Monsters
I have no idea what that is.
was a movie. Oh, that's just a movie that they have.
They have Velocipaster, which
The greatest movie of all time.
The Tomorrow War, being the Ricardos was a thing they had. Fleabag, I've heard a lot of good things about Fleabag. Good Omens, they have Good Omens. That's probably their biggest show, actually. And Wheel of Time.
They do have Wheel of Time. So we just named like 9 shows. That's pretty
We just-
solid. And only 2 of them are superhero. That's pretty solid.
The Tick.
I didn't watch that, but I will.
Yeah. And then after that, I guess we move on to video game news. Activision Blizzard's putting out Overwatch 2 on October 2nd with an introduction to new character, Junker Queen.
So yeah, October 2nd, it'll be free to play, like open access beta. I think they said, and we get introduction to the new character Junker Queen. She's gonna be a tank character. But yeah, any Overwatch fans, you can check that out. I don't know if I'll go back. It doesn't seem like too different from Overwatch 1. Like, I played that.
It actually looks worse in areas. Like, the same map looks worse. I don't know how it was possible, but, like, it looks worse. Because they took a couple of the maps and did a night mode that were during the night in the first game and made them in the day for the second game. And it just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
But they also have Diablo 4 coming out in 2023. The beta opt-in just started now, so if you want to get into the beta, go to, I think it's Diablo4.com, where you can sign up for the beta. Yeah, Diablo4.blizzard.com, or you can just Google Diablo. It looks like we're going to have druids and wizard, so it's going to be our 5 classes that we have so far are barbarian, druid, necromancer, rogue, and sorcerer. And it's going to be completely open world, unlike other Diablos previously.
So it's gonna be Divinity.
A little bit, yeah. Except it's not turn-based like Divinity is in combat. It's an action RPG, so like
I never played it. So.
It's a lot of fun. If you like Divinity but want like non-stop fast action, it's got that, and it's also a bit of a like loot and scoop kind of game.
Huh.
So like you're constantly finding these rares and elites and getting loot from them to upgrade your stuff. And the end game is a lot of just going and doing time trial type stuff. So it's
Okay.
pretty fun.
I'll dive into it. I've been looking for a little new fantasy game.
The best
Automod didn't like your movie?
the best part about Diablo 4 is that it's going to be cross-platform, unlike the
I didn't see
previous
anything.
editions, and you're going to be able to use the same characters on whatever platform you play. So if you want to play on your Xbox or PC or your PlayStation, you can do that. You just need to buy the game multiple times. Also, it'll be online with it's a massive multiplayer online experience. There's always going to be a community.
Okay, that's cool. That's dope. That's dope. I like that.
Yeah.
I wonder if games are gonna, because the more cross play becomes more prevalent.
It typed.
the less video games
Okay.
are going to, the less consoles are going to be relevant. I want to believe.
All right. I don't know anything about Diablo, so I was letting you guys talk. You have anything more to say about Diablo?
No.
No, I'm not.
All right. How are we feeling about Nickelodeon Brawl Stars getting updated with voice acting and items? And Jimmy Neutron's dad.
I'm kind of surprised it didn't have voice acting to begin with.
That was a bit. I didn't know. I knew it didn't have voice acting. That was a major complaint when it released. But I did not know there were no items in this game till now.
There were a lot of video game news outside of this, so I'm gonna do a quick recap of the Bethesda showcase after we talk about the Starfield gameplay reveal, which was a part of it, because that's Hideo Kojima. That's obviously very important for this channel, because Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, anime.
I gotta check it out.
But it looks really good. It's a like third first person shooter space adventure where you can create your own character, create your own ships, including layouts and crews. You can travel through space, see space dinosaurs. You can land anywhere on a planet and explore the whole planet. And there's thousands of them. So we're talking about endless like replayability essentially with this game. Outside of that, we got a new vampire shooting game called Redfall that seems to be very single player / co-op. It's an open world horror game. We got Hollow Knight Silk Song, and it's going to be almost all of these games will be available day one on Xbox Game Pass. Hollow Knight Silk Song is like the third game in the series. If you haven't played Hollow Knight, it's a gorgeous 2D platformer action game. Yeah, I can't talk about how excited I am for Starfield enough. But there's just a lot of this. So
It seems really interesting. It seemed like No Man's Sky with shooting.
Yeah, and a lot
there were
more
really guns
into
and stuff.
It seems like they're trying to fix the problems that came from 76 and No Man's Sky.
Yeah, in one. It looks gorgeous. I can't wait for it. High on Life is another game. I'm not too thrilled about this game, honestly. You're running around with guns that can talk, making jokes, and one of them has Morty's voice. I don't really care for it, but if that's your thing, go for it. All of the Riot games are coming to Xbox Game Pass. League of Legends and Wild Rift and Valorant are going to have all playable characters fully unlocked at the start of it, which is incredible. Like, to be able to just go and play as whoever you want is incredible. A new trailer for Plague Tale Requiem came out, and it looks absolutely incredible. Another game that's going to be available on Game Pass day one, Forza Motorsport, Flight Simulator, and including the ability to fly a Pelican from Halo Flight Simulator. Overwatch 2 was announced on Bethesda Showcase, and which means you will be able to play the beta on Xbox if you want. Aura History Untold is a real-time strategy game that came out. That's going to be coming out. Elder Scrolls Online is having a new expansion coming out where you're going to islands. Fallout 76, which we were just talking about with all of its problems, showed a lot of the pit that we're going to see. People are going back into the pit. Forza Horizon 5 is getting a Hot Wheels DLC. Ark 2 is expected to come out in 2023.
You talking about Ark Survival?
Yes.
Are they going to actually optimize it?
The second one. It's actually not going to be in early access. It's planning to actually come out, which is kind of incredible. Scorn was one of the games that looked really interesting. There was just so many games I couldn't remember what they all were, but it's a very like gross for a RPG, if I remember correctly.
I pre-installed Scorn. Can't lie.
Yeah. Flintlock Siege of Dawn looks really cool. It's about killing gods.
I'm about to say.
Killing gods with with like axes and pistols. Minecraft Legends is coming out. Lightyear Frontier seems to be a farming simulator with mechs.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be tied to the Lightyear movie.
No. That would be somewhere else probably. Gunfire Reborn is going to be on Game Pass. Last Case of Benedict Fox looked really interesting. It's a game about a detective at a demon coming in 2023. As Dusk Fails is coming out. It's a game about family secrets. That's pretty much all you can really tell from it. It's apparently going to be able to be played solo or with up to 8 players, which is interesting. Naraka Blade Point is launching on Xbox. It was originally released last year on PC. Pentiment is coming out. It's set in 16th century Bavaria, where it's a story-based decision-making like novel game, visual novel game. Grounded is leaving Xbox Game Preview and is going to be officially on Game Pass this September. Arabin Shadow Legacy is a fast-paced stealth platformer. We already talked about Diablo 4. Season 7 of Sea of Thieves is coming out. Ravenlock is an action-packed fairy tale game that's also visual novel-esque that will be coming in 2023. Cocoon was a very interesting platformer 2D action game that's coming out in 2023. All of these games are going to be available within the next 12 months, is what they said. Wolong Final Dynasty is a dark fantasy set in the later Han Dynasty from Team Ninja that's going to be coming to Game Pass day one. And we have 3 Persona games: Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royale, all hitting Game Pass. And the last one was Starfield. I know. And that's the quick recap. If you think any of those might be interesting, please check them out. It's a lot of games. That's really all I gotta say.
A lot.
I'm excited for quite a few of them. Not all of them, but quite a few of them piqued my interest.
Yeah, Arc 2 sounds good. Starfield sounds Starfield looks amazing.
I think Starfield's obviously the big one. Diablo 4 I'm also very excited for. Diablo 3's story mode was so good and hard when it first came out, and I really hope that they amp up the difficulty even more, because that's been a big thing about Diablo is it's supposed to be a hard game to play, but as it goes on it gets easier and easier because people get good at it, and also they kind of lower the difficulty a bit. Because they introduce time trials, and the difficulty becomes how high you can get and not just can you get through this story mode.
Okay.
Continuing on with some more game news, we got a MonsterVerse game in development from Legendary in 7 levels. So how would you feel about a game with the MonsterVerse? Honestly, I'm hoping it's like the GameCube's Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. That was a really fun one.
That one was.
Let them fight. Let them fight.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the point of kaijus. I hope, if it's not like that, I hope it's like Tenkaichi, where you're like,
we all
destroy bad, like, that would be cool.
We
All right, we also got a first look at
Tenkaichi.
We got a first look at Sonic Frontiers.
So
I'm worried and excited at the same time.
I love me a new Sonic game, right? Love me an open world game. I think Sonic is the type of game where you can't just have it straight up be open world. Like I enjoy, I like open world for Sonic, like they did Sonic Unleashed.
So one thing that they said is that it's not going to be strictly open world. You're going to have to do things in a somewhat linear fashion.
But from what I've seen, it just looks a little strange, I guess.
It does look strange, but I think it's going to be fun, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I gotta see how it plays. If it's fun, that's fine. They started doing something a little bit different. It looked all right. Does look kind of strange, just roaming anywhere you want.
Especially because like Sonic's so fast. Like, is he gonna just be able to like go around pillars? Like,
Actually, I think I saw a clip where like the person testing it out accidentally ran into the water because he missed a turn or something.
Man, I'm all for it. I love me some Sonic. I love video game companies taking risks, trying new things with certain games that you wouldn't expect. So I'm here for it. I'm not going to buy it as soon as it comes out. I'm going to wait like maybe a week or two, see how people are receiving it, because I'm just very unsure about this game.
I will probably buy it the week it comes out if I can.
We shall see. I'm undecided as of yet. It hasn't sold me yet. But how we feel about JoJo Bizarre Adventures All-Star Battle R release date?
I'm not a JoJo fan, but I know Jeff is. So go
Jeff
on.
is a
I'm
big
going to
JoJo
play the shit out that game. Oh, I'm going to play the shit out that game. Yada, yada, zazi, yeah. I'm so excited. And I will only play Dio.
Okay then.
Dio
I
special
can't wait
has
for you
to
to be
on a
trash
roll.
with Dio.
Hey, that'd be pretty good.
What should be like your worst character?
It's possible. It's possible. I could be hot garbage at the
That's what usually happens. Your favorite character becomes your worst, but your least favorite becomes your best.
Damn, who would my least favorite be? I don't know. It depends on who they put in there.
All right, so we also got a trailer for a Dragon Ball Super superhero movie, as well as the movie finally coming out in Japan, but it's not going to come out here stateside till August.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch this trailer because I don't want anything spoiled for me.
Yeah.
And it was like a 5-minute trailer, and I was like, "Nah, homie, I'm good."
The movie, as we've all already established, I believe, just looks like it's going to be good. And I'm all for Gohan getting the love and respect that he has so egregiously lost in the past bits of Dragon Ball production we've got.
He was supposed to be the chosen one, to
Exactly.
quote Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You were the chosen one, Gohan.
Well,
You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them.
in manga news, One Piece will be going on a 1-month break starting June 27th with the conclusion of the Wano arc this week. And it'll be back for its final arc when this 1-month break ends.
That honestly breaks my heart, to be honest.
If it helps. It doesn't mean it could end anytime soon. Because Wano started in 2018. One arc started in 2018 and is just wrapping up next week.
How the fuck? That's all I gotta say.
I looked it up just to be sure. I was like, when did Wano start? 2018. This
What?
And it's not even the longest arc in One Piece.
One Piece has been around since I was 2 years old, bruh. If it ends, that's like me closing an entire quarter of my life. I have to because I'm turning 25, I have to accept that I'm no longer Jeff the youngin' anymore.
One Piece started 2 weeks before my parents got married. That's
It's
fucking
history.
wild to me.
It's history.
It's gonna hit 20 years old soon.
That's so many years, and I just can't help but
Or
always
over
give
20. It's already over 20. It's gonna hit 30
Yeah.
years old soon.
Yeah. I can't help but have to, every time we talk about One Piece, give props to Oda for creating a series like this that is doing so well for so long.
Dude, he's only 47.
Exactly.
When the fuck did he start writing this?
It's not even his first manga, I think.
He started writing this when he was 24.
Exactly. Oda is
Or that's when it was published. It was published when he was 24, which means he started writing it before then.
Yeah, I remember he there was an interview that he stated that he had the whole idea for One Piece ever since he was like a kid, just like a little kid. So, like I said, I can't do nothing but give props to Oda. Like that man is
I just know in
nothing
our
but
group chat, Mai was saying, "Oh, maybe she'll finally start One Piece since it's nearing the final arc." Well, that doesn't mean it's gonna end anytime soon. Because
Yeah, let me know
the
when it's
last
done.
arc started in 2018. It's a 4-year arc,
Let me know when it's done. I'm gonna be
and it's
dead
not even the
before it's
longest
finished.
arc in One Piece history. That belongs to Dressrosa. So like
yeah. Before that, it was
this,
Alabasta.
so this final arc could last another 4 years. Could last even longer, like maybe 5 or 6 years.
Could be a whole
That's
decade.
too long. Y'all understand that that's too long, right?
Nope. Nope. Think about it like this. Whenever our favorite anime ends, we're always like, I want more, I want more, I want more. And then we get sad that it ends. One Piece just keeps shoving it in my mouth. I know what I said.
Some
That's
anime,
okay. We are
some
getting
anime finished perfectly. Like Naruto was just long enough.
the One Piece film Red, an anime movie that is supposed to be canon and being worked on by Oda himself as well.
Which I'm all for. And Oda is working on the live action One Piece. So he's going to spend another 20 something to 30 years working on the live action, probably.
This pains me. The next thing pains me even more, though. Berserk will officially continue without Kentaro Miura. And I don't think that's right.
To be honest, I've
Yeah.
never read or seen Berserk, so I really don't have any feeling for this.
I actually was planning on starting Berserk soon. Before the news came out is when I made the decision. But I am surprised that they are going with that decision. It's someone who worked closely with him, though, right? The original
It
writer.
is, yeah. It feels wrong.
I know it's been talks in a while for the Hunter x Hunter fandom that because the author for Hunter x Hunter has had a lot of health problems.
Yeah.
So if he's unable to continue it, his wife, who did Sailor Moon, would take over.
Which that's different. If it's decided beforehand, that's one thing. But like once, like it's not even been a year yet.
I wouldn't have announced the news. I would have just had it drop, to be honest.
I would have announced it like maybe 3 months before it came out, at the most. But to be like, hey, we're continuing this. Like,
I don't know. It'll probably just be a lot of pressure to continue, but hopefully, if this person knows him well enough, they can get the job done.
yeah.
Because I don't know how far Berserk is. Like, was it almost close to wrapping up, and he can do it? Is this going to take a lot longer? I know nothing about Berserk. But yeah, that wraps up the news of the week. Now we have all the stuff we watched.
Which
Yeah. So what all did we all watch? Did y'all watch Miss Marvel?
We all watched Miss Marvel. I think that's the only thing we all watched. Right, Mike?
So,
Yeah, I watched Miss Marvel,
Okay.
and I watched Jurassic World.
Okay.
So what we can do is we can do Miss Marvel first. Me and Mike can do Kenobi, or me and Hax can do The Boys, whichever order you guys want to go. And then you two do World Dominion and Young Justice, and I'll probably hop out around that time.
Yeah, I think Young Justice and Dominion should be the last one, so you can jump out early because I think you have the least amount of stuff to talk about then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I
think we all have like the same amount of stuff
Same
to
amount?
talk about.
Yeah. I'm only
I think
missing
we all
one of these
4.
things.
Yeah, I'm only
Mai's
missing
missing one. Jeff's missing 2.
Mm. All right, so let's do Miss Marvel, Kenobi, then you all can do Boys. and then we'll do Dominion Justice.
Yeah. All right, we ready?
Yep.
Hello, everyone. We're back. Today, we're talking Miss Marvel Episode 1 over on Disney+. I'm joined today by my mightiest woman and Jeff Wing himself, back from vacation, well-rested, ready to go back to school with Miss Marvel. All right, so this is the first episode this came out. I just do want to preface it that leading up to this, none of us were excited for this because we're thinking this is totally geared at a different audience than like 30-year-old people.
We were wrong.
I would admit we were wrong. We were wrong. At least I would say. What about you, Jeff? How are you feeling about it?
I fucking love that show.
Yeah, this
Okay,
show
okay, so
is
we're all
incredible.
wrong. We are all ready to just end this. We'll talk about one episode, but we might have to drop it because this might be too Disney Channel like for us to be watching without being weird. Because none of us have a child.
This
Like-
the art form was incredible.
It's very
Like-
reminiscent of Lizzie McGuire with like
Oh, yeah,
writings, animations, and everything. Honestly,
It was
I think it's safe to say this is the best MCU TV show that they've released.
Yes, I think that is true, and it's off the first episode, which is awesome. Although
So-
they have been, like, in all honesty, kind of getting somewhat better each time.
Yeah.
I think part of it is they're figuring out their formula for it. So
Well, this one, I have to say they were being very experimental, and it paid off.
Yeah.
The visuals were fascinating.
visuals was fascinating. I still think this does resonate with a younger audience a lot, but it's done in a way that even older audiences will still appreciate because there are those shows like that whole family can watch. There are going to be stuff that both people of all ages can enjoy, but there are also shows that, yeah, no, I'm not watching High School Musical.
yeah,
And this did a good job at bringing everyone together.
for sure. And like they just did so much. It was just incredibly relatable the entire time. Like you could see yourself as like the older sibling or the younger sibling in that relationship. You could see yourself as the kid and the parent if you have kids. Like they did a really well job of all of it. I do have a couple questions though. If you were going to this Avenger Con, who would you be? And if you were participating in the Captain Marvel contest, what would be your special item to change Marvel to bring yourself into it?
If I'm going to AvengerCon, I will have to go with the hero of the best MCU movies of all, Ant-Man himself, and apparently the host of the podcast that brought the world to know everything that's ever happened in the Avengers' lives.
Which totally tracks. Scott
If
Lang
anything,
would
I'm just
have the
upset
podcast.
it's not like Louise doing it, but maybe Louise is a co-host.
As an Avenger? Wong! I'm just kidding. I don't know, honestly. Probably Spider-Man.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean, like,
I guess he's not an Avenger.
no, I mean, of the MCU universe. Of
Yeah, but because the con is based on like
the Avengers.
I feel like they think he's part of the Avengers. He was there. It's not like they have like a roster selling toys or anything. Like these are the official Avengers.
But they
Sure,
have people that they recognize officially as Avengers.
I mean, they even talk about Valkyrie.
Do they?
Yeah,
I almost missed that part. Yeah, okay, so probably Spider-Man.
I think I in a change of tone, I would go as Valkyrie. And then for Captain Marvel, I think my one thing I would bring, it would either be like a rainbow flag. It'd probably be a rainbow flag.
The one thing I would bring is, I don't know, a chain. Like I don't know.
I don't know.
Unique to me.
What
What would be unique to me as a Haitian? I don't know.
We are now
Some food.
Captain Marvel of the sea.
Actually, would be a shark. But Captain
I don't know
Marvel.
what else there is about me.
Captain Sharkle.
You could be King Shark, the King Shark Captain Marvel. But yeah, I honestly was shocked because the reason I was willing to give the show a chance is because when I was hearing the actress talk, she had a lot of interesting takes that I really liked. And I was like, oh, she knows what she's talking about. So I was like, all right. And then I remember I was sitting down and watching it with my friend, and we're like, watch this show be the best one we watched, even though we had the worst expectations for it. And then, of course,
I think that's part of it, though. Like, there was little to no expectations, so everything that they did really stood out.
like, the characters are so well written.
Yeah,
I think Miss Marvel's character is extremely well written. It's like not too overbearing on the from what I've seen, at least in the in the first episode. It's not too overbearing on like the YA high school tropes.
so far not. It's got your bullies and stuff, but like that's
Yeah, it's only episode 1. We have somewhat of a bully. We don't really have any love angles yet.
well, we have one. We have the dude crushing hard on Kamala.
I suppose. I guess I just didn't consider it because he's a side character. It's more like usually the main character is like, oh, I want to get with this person.
Yeah, she just wants to.
We just have our Gordo.
Yeah, she just wants to be. She just wants to be super.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it.
She just wants to be like a cosplaying teenager, having fun, going to cons.
Yeah, she also just wants to be a normal kid.
I don't know how well that's going to go for her leading up to this, but
probably not. But she seemed really excited about having powers,
which was cool. That's how we all feel, right?
If anything, I was like, why, after shooting that, are you turning your hand towards your face to investigate?
Teenagers, not the brightest. Also, people, not the brightest.
Yeah.
Also, we should look into this blonde girl having powers, the bully, because I feel like she should have died from that.
No, she was caught by the hand.
No, but she totally should have died when.
You mean the hammer?
The
when
hammer?
it came in and just went.
Oh,
And
she's
carried
hella
her up?
concussed.
Swapped her back and then into a wall, and then she fell down.
She's definitely got a concussion.
No, she at least has some broken ribs. I feel like that hammer came down fast. I don't care what this hammer is made of, but if she didn't bounce off and kept with it, she has to have something broken. If not, she's a super as well.
Who was it? Zoe Zimmer? Is that her name?
I can't tell you.
Zoe Zimmer even sounds like a character.
Sounds almost like Zatanna Zatara.
No, it doesn't. Don't you dare. No.
ZZ.
Zoe Zimmer. Pterogenesis. What the fuck is pterogenesis?
Well, that's how humans get their powers.
Yes.
She's an inhuman.
Yes.
Zoe Zimmer is an inhuman.
Yes. So she does have powers. Just not explicitly stated what her powers are. Oh, and no. After her pterogenesis, Zoe was the first person Miss Marvel rescued. So they've kept that the same. But yeah, no.
After
nothing
Miss
like
Marvel's pterogenesis.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zoe does not have power. Miss Marvel got powers, and she's the first person she rescued.
She saves. Yeah. And that is all she is. But they did a great job casting her.
Yeah.
I thought she's fine, and she had like the classic Miss Marvel outfit. Not even Captain Marvel's outfit. She had Miss Marvel's outfit.
Yeah. That was a pretty cool touch. But yeah, I don't think I have any more to say about this episode besides it was really good. She got her powers. They went to AdventureCon. Her plan to get herself out of the house was stupid but great because it was just young hijinks.
I love them going
very creative.
to the bus at the bridge and being like, "No, we're not gonna jump onto it."
No. I thought this was gonna be a great idea, but when we get to this part of the plan, this does not seem like a great idea.
And I love how his the dude's realization is, so your plan is to take the bus.
One of my favorite jokes was, do you think my bike will still be there when we get back in Jersey City? No.
And the dad's like just complete lack of understanding to technology was tastefully though.
Yes.
I think the dad might be my favorite, honestly.
The dad
I thought
was a great
he was
character.
adorable as a Hulk. If anything, Kamala should have gone with him as a Hulk. I think that costume was actually really cool.
I think he was just very excited. And
He was very excited to be part of it. The daughter's
like
life.
he did the right thing, which is be extremely excited to be a part of your kid's life. But she acted exactly like how a teenager would, which is, oh my god, this is so embarrassing.
No, I don't want to do this. I want to wear the cosplay I made. I was like, I don't know.
She honestly could have gotten away with just saying, "Hey, I've worked really hard on this costume, so I want to wear it."
No, she couldn't have.
No. That's not how immigrant parents work, Jeff.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, she couldn't have gotten away with that. It would have been like, no, you're wearing this. So.
Yeah, I think that's all I have to say on Miss Marvel.
I'm excited to see what else happens.
Yeah, we'll have to wait till Wednesday for episode 2. I'm expecting good things. I'm liking it. I'm enjoying this. Definitely have to take back my words that this is not for us. This is for everyone.
If you don't like this show, there's something wrong with you.
Well, there's a lot of people online who are not liking this. They did not like Miss Marvel saying the day was saved when Captain Marvel came down, took on alien ships, and fought Thanos. And people were also calling the mom very abusive and like the worst mom in the MCU.
I mean,
I was like, she's a mom.
It's cultural differences, homies. Like, I'm not saying it's not.
People were bringing up
abusive.
Mark's mom like beat him up and like got mad at him all the time. Like, how is that comparable as the worst mom?
That is true. That's
I'm sure there's other moms that are also really.
No, Moon Knight's mom is the worst mom. Well, yeah, worst mom. Ego is the worst parent.
Ego is the worst parent.
I was gonna go Thanos, but okay.
I don't know, something about like just so Thanos was terrible, but he at least cared. Ego didn't even care, or even try to say that he cared. And yeah, that's really it.
Okay, Ego, the Living Planet, worst parent MCU.
Then Thanos.
Then Thanos.
Then Mark's mom.
Mark's mom.
I think I'll put Mark's mom over Thanos.
And then like Howard Stark.
Howard Stark was pretty bad, but he at least cared.
Yeah.
He just was never home.
He was just never around.
Yeah, like, and that's hard, right? Like when you're a working parent, you're the only working parent, and you've created
maybe
this
Black
empire.
Widow's parents for lying to them, but they were pretty cool.
I mean, they weren't even their parents.
But they raised them. It was the closest thing they got.
That's true.
I don't know who else has parents. I don't think we met other parents that often.
Did we talk about? Sorry, random sidetrack. Did we talk about Marvel probably doing a Thunderbolts project?
Oh, we did not.
No.
Oh.
Odin's a bad parent.
Is he?
Hella.
Was he?
Well, hello was crazy. What?
Yeah, still your kid. Like, and how crazy was she? Crazy because of her being crazy, or was she crazy because of how Odin treated her and thrusted her into a war?
Yeah, he's up there. He's up there.
He's not great. He also like kidnapped Loki, raised him as his own, but kidnapped Loki.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you a bad parent.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
That
the
makes you a
kidnapping
bad
made you a
person.
bad parent. That's a bad person, not a bad parent.
Fair.
It would have been bad if he
I
did
feel like
something
we're just
terrible.
pulling strings like here, though. I guess the Vulture was a pretty bad parent.
Was he?
I mean, lying to your kid and wife about what you're doing instead of and just going and committing crimes is pretty bad parenting.
It's very questionable because it wasn't really that necessary. He didn't have to do it.
I mean, he's really understandable as a villain. Like, I get him
Yeah,
being.
he lost his job and he was just doing what he needed to do to support his family.
There've been some bad parents in the MCU. That's what I'm learning here.
Yeah, they kind of shit.
The best one is Scott.
Even May didn't give that much good advice that one time. I like to think May didn't give great advice when talking about the people from another world. Right. That's to each his own.
Scott might be the best parent.
Where you're like, May always tried to do right, and that's the problem. She was at least a good parent because she showed Peter to always try to do the right thing.
That's fair.
Like, but yeah, no, there's a lot of bad parents in the MCU. Maybe we should not be complaining about parents in the MCU from now on because they're just all bad.
Justice for Kamala's mom. She's not that bad.
Scott Lang is the best parent.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our episode of Miss Marvel. Wasn't too much, but tune in next week for episode 2 because I think these are very short episodes. They're like 30 minutes or something. I don't think they're like hour long like other stuff.
Thank you for tuning into the Scott Lang podcast.
We also got to tune into Scott Lang podcast. Like and subscribe our videos, leave a comment, and if you want, you can go like and subscribe Kamala Khan's videos at Slothful something. I forget what it is, but it is an actual on YouTube. It's an actual YouTube channel.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to go watch all of those.
It's an actual YouTube channel, and you can watch a lot of videos.
Link it to the Discord.
Okay.
Definitely. Put it as a link in our description too.
I might just have to go watch this episode and find out what it's called. It's like Sloth Baby Productions. The first thing that comes up when I type in Sloth.
I've never heard her say a bad comic book take. That's good enough for me.
I mean, I don't think it's the actor. I think
podcast.
It's the character.
Because we are nothing but hot
takes. Our hot takes are what we look forward to the most. That's why we want to see Titan, and we might watch Gotham Knights.
Oh, we're watching Gotham Knights. We're gonna hate every second of it, but we're watching it.
I forgot that's a show. Why is that a show? Oh my gosh! I keep forgetting.
Oh man, we've got a lot to talk about because you weren't here last week with Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
All right. I'll step out. I'll let you guys do the intro. And don't forget the outro once you're done.
You'll have to remind me of what even happened this episode. I feel like it's been a few days since I've seen it.
I don't even know if I remember.
He's
But
Leia's captured again.
yes, we saw the I think the ninth sister.
That's when they go and invade the area and to get.
Yeah, but we gotta talk about episode 3 too.
I didn't see that episode. I missed it.
What?
Yeah, but I think I know what happened.
You skipped the whole episode.
I didn't skip the episode.
We're just not gonna review this if you skipped a whole episode.
Why? I know what happens. He gets Vader thinks he kills him.
No, he doesn't.
Reva thinks Vader kills him.
No.
Isn't that what happens?
Go watch it. Nope.
Are you serious?
Go watch it. Yeah,
But
go watch it.
But I want to talk about episode 4. It was cool.
It was cool, but you need to watch episode 3.
Oh man. All right, okay. Fine, we'll do 3 episodes next week then, I guess.
All right, so we're kicking Maya out for the boys then.
Yeah.
I
Just message me when all are done, I guess.
I failed this city.
You have failed this city. That's
You
why we're
missed
watching
a
Gotham
whole episode in the middle, and you missed the finale of Young Justice.
What can I say? All right, I guess we could talk the boys.
All right, are we ready, Jeff?
Yep.
Okay. Well, everyone, today we're talking The Boys, episode 1, 2, 3, 4. Today I'm joined by just Jeff Wing over here. Mai is not here because she is not caught up with The Boys. She started it. She's only at season 2 right now, so she can't be part of the season 3 discussion. But let's get into what we saw and what we happened. Like, oh my god, the first 7 minutes of episode 1. What am I watching?
Does that include the giant penis?
That's what we're talking about.
They built that prop.
I didn't know they built this prop. I feel like I could have gone longer with life without knowing they built this. It could have just been all CGI in my mind. Never has to leave the internet.
They actually use a lot of practical effects in The Boys. I wish I learned watching a video about the production team talking about it. They use a lot of practical effects. And for that, it looks really good. Like, for people's head exploding, they actually take the time to make the layers of. Let me not get into it. But The Boys started off exactly how I expected it. Jaw-dropping scene.
Yeah, I guess for anyone not in the know, The Boys. Last we left off, Homelander and Stormfront were kind of beaten up by people. People found out that Stormfront's Nazi. People aren't taking it well. Homelander is very unpopular right now for dating a Nazi.
He's just a man who fell in wrong with the wrong woman.
Yeah, his points are really down though in the polling, but Starlight's poll numbers are way up. So we're adding her as the team captain, team captain.
Mm-hmm.
He is not taking this well at all. Other than that, we have Huey now working for some government agency that deals with superheroes who are using their powers irresponsibly. And he has the boys going out to do the mission to capture people when they can. And one of the first missions we see them go in, they're going after, what was he called?
The guy?
Yeah, he had a name.
It wasn't it like an insect name?
It had to be an insect name, but it was pretty much the Ant-Man of this universe. I will just go with that.
Yeah.
His powers are shrinking. We see him at a party. He's snorting up some white powder. I don't know what exactly I can say on YouTube or not say on YouTube, but he's having the time of his life, and he's ready to have some fun with his partner, who is also a man, and this man wants him inside him. But it's not the way I would normally imagine someone go inside another man. It's from the front end. If I can just try and be somewhat quaint.
He shrunk and walked his way into the other man's happy spot in the front.
And he's just going in there, scratching, touching things. I was like, is that even relaxing or anything? That sounds, I feel like that would be terrible.
That sounds extremely painful. And alas, an oopsie happens. Which is why you shouldn't do drugs, kids.
Doesn't have to be drugs at this point. Just don't be sick or have allergies, honestly, if you have shrinking powers.
He has sneezed, and
he sneezed, and
his poor lover lost half of his body.
Yep.
And that scene is inspired by the Ant-Man in the Thanos butt.
They did say it was inspired from the Ant-Man Thanos. I don't even know what to call it. Theory, conspiracy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Which props to the Boys Writers, because they're just taking everything they can find in the world and making something out of it.
Exactly. But yeah, obviously this guy does not want people to know this happened. So he has a plan. He's going to get rid of the witnesses, which happen to be Frenchie at the moment. And he has one idea to get rid of Frenchie. He's going to go inside Frenchie. I would be terrified, honestly. Like, what am I going to do? I can't shoot him because he's like an ant. He's a really strong ant because he was just like tossing him all over the side.
It's very interesting, to say the least. I have to find out what this guy's name is because it's actually starting to bother me.
But yeah, they take care of him by having him overdose with more cocaine. At that small size, just a little bit goes a long way. And it does not go well for him. But because the boys went through some unorthodox method of apprehending him, he's kind of just let go with a slap on the wrist.
He is just let go of the stone because of the issue they caused, right?
Yeah, he's just let go.
But they got the deets on 2 other people, right? Isn't that what happened?
What'd you say?
Didn't they? Weren't they able to get the information on 2 other people because of it? Or am I misremembering that?
I think they were able to get some smaller people, but like he was the one they wanted.
Yeah, because they got 2 B-listers and they wanted an A-lister, if I remember correctly.
And what's his name? Butcher?
Yeah, Butcher. Or Billy, if you want.
Billy. He's not happy by any of this. He wants to do more. He wants to definitely take down Homelander and the 7. And Queen Maeve also is a little bit worried about Homelander and kind of wants Billy to take care of it. So she gives Billy some, I think, compound B, it was called? Is it B? Like the letter?
Compound V. Or they call it Temp V, though.
Temp V. I was like, Temp V, which gives someone superpowers temporarily for 24 hours.
This is going to be a messy season.
Not only that, but we have 2 spots to fill on the 7. And instead of just picking the best candidates, I guess they're having a whole America's Got Talent and having people audition to be part of the 7. And Starlight's the host, with one of them being an old fling of hers back from her early D-League team as a Christian hero out in like Kansas or something. And he gets a little jealous. Anything else we have to say? What will be next thing that happens here?
Doesn't Homelander beat with the half alive Stormfront?
Oh yes, Homelander is still in love with Stormfront, and he keeps her in bed in his room, I guess, like in a hospital bed, because she's pretty messed up. And that was another awkward scene.
Yes.
He needed to relieve himself because his birthday's coming up. He's getting very stressed. So he has Stormfront the Nazi just jack him off still. And that was just an awkward scene to watch. Because he's just trying to have a conversation while she does the thing.
I love that how casually they put these scenes in, and like that's these super like wild scenes, just a dude getting jacked off, and like it's just they try to continue just regular dialogue amongst
Continue the regular dialogue with one of them being a Nazi who's like all burnt up and messed up from a fight.
And then Homelander breaks her heart because he doesn't want to be the head of the Aryan race.
He does not want to be the Aryan. He just wants us to forget that's the thing. He just wants to be him. He wants to be the best. He doesn't want others. He's too selfish for that. Thankfully. Oh, we also, when Queen Maeve's giving them the temp V, she also gives she also gives Butcher some advice to look into what killed Soldier Boy. Which I guess Soldier Boy is just as strong as Homelander.
They say he was around the same strength, if not maybe just a little weaker.
Okay, I was kind of confused. Like, is Captain America just as strong as Superman in this universe? Because I thought he was just like a super soldier, but maybe not like a Homelander's level of heat vision, flight, super strength.
It's interesting, to say the least.
Yes. So I think the next thing in the arc is the boys have to look into Soldier Boy's death, which is pretty confidential. And they start off by talking to some of his own teammates back during when he was on Payback, which is their version of the Avengers in this universe. So they go talk to Gunpowder, which is their Bucky, and the Crimson Countess, which is the Scarlet Witch.
Bucky is hard to say because like he was more of a Bullseye than a Bucky.
I don't know.
Because he was specifically ricocheting the bullets.
That's true. He was ricocheting, but I don't know if that's a superpower or just really good at geometry.
It's hard to say. As far as we know, he just shoots guns. So,
as far as I'm aware, he does not have powers. He was just like a dude who's very pro-gun and part of the NRA and going to those like big conservative rallies.
Yes.
We also have a Deep arc going on with Deep trying to get back into the Seven and the good graces of Homelander. A-Train's trying to... A-Train's just trying to make himself relevant now that he's no longer fast, I guess.
Oh my gosh, Homelander has spent... I'm sorry. In just combination of all these, Homelander has done nothing but rip on A-Train. Just everything he can see. Anything A-Train does, Homelander is like somewhere just ripping on it.
He's making sure A-Train and the Deep know their place. And that place is at the bottom of his foot.
It is horrendous. He's just looking at A-Train. He says, calling him fat, calling his legs useless. Like,
yeah, he's just going on with like the weight gain because A-Train was like, I need a lot of calories for my speed. It's like, you needed those calories when you can run. But you don't do that much anymore, do you? Because if he uses his powers or anything, he dies, right? That's he says his heart can't take it anymore.
Yeah. Like every time Homelander was talking to A-Train, I felt like I had to feel bad for A-Train, and that upset me because I do not like A-Train. I don't.
I mean, the Deep's in no better position. His wife's pushing him to join the Seven again, and to get favor, Homelander feeds them a bunch of marine animals, but not only just random like lobsters, anything. He even fed him his best friend Timothy alive.
Oh my gosh, that
He
was
made
so
him eat his
horrible.
best friend alive. And he had children.
Timothy's crying. Timothy was praying. Oh, that poor octopus.
If it helps, octopuses only have a lifespan of 4 years. So,
Oh, but it was Timothy.
I'm just saying, if it helps, he was not alive that long. He was not.
Oh, random side note. I'm sorry, this is a little off topic, but I just remember because we were talking about the deep, and I mentioned them building props. The whale that was dead that they killed, that the deep summoned, they built that too. So
Okay.
let's take that into note.
In like season 2 that they ran the boat into.
Yeah, like they actually ran a boat into like a built.
I know another thing they mentioned is I think I forget who it is, but one of them is like a vegan or vegetarian or something. So all the things they ate for that scene was vegan and vegetarian.
No.
It just was made to look like lobster and everything else.
Oh, at the when they were eating the dinner.
Yeah.
I wonder who that was. I don't know. There wasn't anyone really at that dinner I liked besides Starlight. So
Was Starlight at the dinner?
yeah,
I thought it was the boss girl, the Deep's girlfriend or wife, and then just Homelander, like the 4 of them, right?
Nah, I think Starlight was there too. Cause no, you're right. That's later on because she doesn't realize the Deep is a part of it until way later.
Yeah. And apparently the octopus was mostly made of mochi, I think the Deep said in an interview, to kind of give it elasticity and they can make it move and stuff. So that was pretty cool. They are definitely doing a lot of stuff with practical effects.
Yeah, which I really appreciate because it's making it look good. It's looking really good.
So yeah, Homelander is just showing them where the Deep and A-Train stand.
What happens after that? I guess after that is the birthday bash, right? They announced the Deep is gonna join.
They announced the Deep's gonna join the team. They also announced Starlight's old boyfriend, the X, is also joining the team. And they announced Homelander and Starlight are a thing. They are a couple now.
Which, again, to Huey's dismay, I think immediately after that, and then so
we're definitely jumping because I think this was episode 3, but we're just trying to get all the good points across.
There was we missed Homelander's speech, which brought him up to.
Well, that was later because like they did the announcement first and then the speech, right?
When he raged.
Yeah, right. That was like the end of episode 3.
Yeah. So there's that. Homelander's poking at Huey to piss him off.
That's the beginning of episode 4. Should we go into more about the speech where he's going about the fake news?
It's all starting to blur. Actually, I need your help. It's starting to blur.
On live television, he's going about the fake news. The media just wants to portray him as a bad guy. He's going all like right-wing tangent, honestly.
Yeah.
And he says some explicits, and I forget his name. The owner of Vought.
I forgot his name.
Oh well, the big guy in charge who keeps Homelander in check. He thinks Homelander is getting too big for himself, and he needs to poke at him. He needs to show him his place. So he talks to his daughter, who's in charge of the government agency, who keeps the superheroes in check, and she's the person with the powers to blow people's heads. He asked her to find Homelander, just put him down a bit, show him his place. And it doesn't go their way. She is terrified of Homelander. She does not think this is a good idea. So she joins Homelander's side, and exposes a lot of secrets of his and Vought to try and take him down.
All for V.
Yep. Pretty much at the same time, it happens a little bit before this. We also have the arc going on with them looking for the Soldier Boy killing weapon because they already encountered, what is his name? Powder Boy, Gunpowder,
Yep.
and the
He's like,
Crimson
I don't know.
Countess, but Gunpowder does divulge that his old boss, Butcher's old boss from the CIA, was there that day because they were doing a CIA mission that went very awry. So they talk to her, they get the details of the story, they find out that he was like captured by the Russians, and Frenchie sets up a meeting with some Russian mobster. And this Russian mobster, in favor of a deal, she'll get them into Russia and get them some information they want. So they get to Russia, and the deal is Kimiko has to kill someone. And they are not too happy about this deal that they can just have someone tell them who to kill, because they're not like mercenaries and assassin like that. They've been trying to right wrongs this whole time.
And Kimiko is just fed up with the idea of being a killer in general.
Yeah, she's ready to move on from this life. She just wants to go be with Frenchie and go to Disney World and have some fun on some rides.
Which led Butcher to calling her his gun.
Yeah. To him, she's just a gun to get a means done. She takes out the person they need to kill. There's some poor girls who are kidnapped and stolen for sex slavery or something, who are terrified of Kimiko, who just pretty much just freed them, honestly.
I mean, it was how. She murdered a bunch of dudes with some vibrators.
Yes. The vibrators depicting all 7 members of the 7.
It was quite the event.
It was definitely an event. But they killed him. They got the information. They go to a military compound where they think the weapon is being stored. They go in. It goes very awry in there. And Butcher has to show them a secret he's been keeping from the team, that he has his temp V and he has temporary superpowers for 24 hours. The others are not happy by this.
At all. And then we find a surprise.
Soldier Boy himself, alive and well.
Oh, no, you skipped one, man, dude. Huey also took the temp V.
He also took the temp V.
And can teleport without his clothes.
Apparently his power is his teleportation. His clothes are not part of his teleportation. It's just him. Just him. Maybe he has to invest in like clothes made of his hair or something. I don't know. Something made of his DNA.
Probably.
While Butcher's powers is he's pretty much Homelander.
I like how Butcher was really excited to show off his powers too. He's like, "What?" But yeah, they find out what the Russians were hiding, and lo and behold, it was
Soldier Boy being experimented on. But
which I kind of expected.
Yeah, I mean, we knew he was going to be in this season. He's all over the posters and advertisements. And it seems like the experiments have done something to Soldier Boy, or maybe Soldier Boy has always had this power to neutralize the powers of others, because Kimiko's not doing well. Her healing power is not kicking in.
At all. Frenchie's freaking out. Which, to be fair, when Frenchie and her were having like a whole conversation about leaving away, I was like, "Ooh, the red flags!"
Yeah, these are the red flags. Red flags of death. It's talking about leaving after this mission. This is their last mission. They're gonna go enjoy life together. But yeah, Kimiko's dying. I'm pretty certain Soldier Boy's power is he can neutralize the powers of other heroes, soups or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he could be a really good weapon against Homelander. He could just take his powers away.
Which I'm really curious because Homelander needs a reckoning. It's gonna happen soon because that's what they've been building up for him. He's gonna have a reckoning. I don't think he's gonna die or anything like that this season, but he's gonna definitely have like something just blow up in his face.
Yep.
Whether it's Soldier Boy just returning.
Mm-hmm. So, and to show why he needs a reckoning, we go back to Homelander at Vought, and we find out A-Train squealed. He told them that Starlight and the ex-boyfriend, I forget what his name is, were planning a coup, and we're gonna betray Homelander. So he gave Starlight a little message, with that message being written in
Corpse?
the corpse of her ex-boyfriend. And it's like, if he tries to betray her, if she tries to betray him, the next time it's going to be Huey.
Which, first of all, just like some things that A-Train has had this whole little minor arc where he's trying to represent like the black community, or at least like his cousin or brother or something is trying to get him into representing the black community. And it really looks like he is going to, because they're trying to tackle this hero, Blue Hawk.
Yeah, like Blue Hawk or something, who over patrolling the neighborhoods of black people and kind of brutalizing them.
So,
but when he brings it up to the Seven, they decide not to do anything because Blue Hawk's popularity, demographics, or whatever, overlap with Homelander's a lot. They're very similar fans.
And the Deep is the one who brings it up. Well, off of the coaching of his wife.
His wife, that we should probably not do anything because the people who like him like you. If you interfere with him, you're just going to lose a lot of points with that demographic. And Homelander, you're right. I can't do anything. And he's also like a C-tier hero I've never heard of before. Why do I care about any of this? It has nothing to do with me. So yeah, he couldn't do anything about the over patrolling of his neighborhoods. He did a whole Kylie Jenner commercial trying to stop police.
Oh my gosh, they really remade They remade the Pepsi commercial from the.
They remade the Pepsi commercial. He got a suit upgrade to kind of show more like African colors. When he knows nothing about like his heritage, I guess. And he's even proposed making a video game about the slave trade.
That was wow. That was wow.
Gotta teach people about slavery, I guess.
He was A-Train is a interesting guy.
So he's just throwing anything in there that can get him some points, make him relevant, without really doing much of the homework. And when it comes down to it, he's gonna go lick Homelander's boots and tell him about any coup.
He said he's Michael Jordan, not Malcolm X. Which, in Michael Jordan's defense, Michael Jordan just didn't say anything. A-Train is just making a complete fool of himself.
But yeah, I don't think we have any. Do we have anything else to say?
I do like this current story arc that's going on with Huey. The feeling of powerlessness that he's had, like he's beginning to feel like he has some power, like making a change, working for the company. Then he
finds out that his boss is the head exploder.
So he's freaking out, and then he gets G-checked by Homelander, which
to the public knowledge is Starlight is dating Homelander, not Huey anymore. They broke up, and Homelander pokes the bear and is like, "So how is she having sex?"
Which, in all honesty, I give so much respect to Huey. Because Huey immediately would
stand up tall, bulked up, and was like, "What are you gonna do, Homelander? I know you're Superman, and I'm just like a normal guy with no skills or anything.
But big ups to Huey, even though Homelander would have flattened him. But Starlight ended up, you know, settling the situation down. So it's nice to see, and then like you have that arc. So he's been feeling really powerless as the season goes on. So he tries the 10V, and when he teleports, you see how like mesmerized and
So
like
excited it is, just punching straight through a guy.
like he's excited to be able to just do things. So it
Anything
was
else we
just
got?
nice seeing that. There was like another thing happened. Oh, and Maeve. I fucking love Maeve is just out here training.
She is training. She's gotten herself sober. She's no longer drinking or anything. She is getting ready for the final fight against Homelander when they finally have the manpower and the weaponry needed to take him down. She's hoping that they can get the weapon that took down Soldier Boy. She's training herself. She has Starlight, and she says she thinks they need like 4 or 5 other soups on their side to just pretty much buy time and stall Homelander while Butcher and them take the final shot and take out Homelander out. She's prepared to die. She's willing to give her life to stop him.
Yeah.
She's had like a big journey from season 1 to now.
It's great, honestly. It's great to see Maeve's character just evolving in general. She's realized, well, I mean, we found out early on that she always wanted to be more of the hero.
Mm-hmm.
But because of how Homelander is, like, they weren't able to do that. But she did always want to be more of a hero type character.
Yeah. Why how Homelander is and how Vought is as a company, where it's more publicity, more for the optics, anything. They don't really do too much unless it helps them.
And she's becoming more Batman than Wonder Woman now, or becoming a mixture of both, which I think is it's kind of cool. It's a nice twist to her character.
Mm-hmm. All right. Is that it? That's the end of our show?
That's the end of us talking about this one.
All right, that's the end of us talking about The Boys, episode 1, 2, 3, 4. We probably missed a lot of things because I had a lot of episodes to talk about all at once. But next week we'll be back for episode 5, so we have 1 episode to remember. But yeah, if you liked what we talked about, you like us in general. Do you love us, guys?
You should love us.
Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. What are your thoughts about The Boys? You a fan? You're not a fan? You want us to cover something else, maybe?
No.
All right. Take care, everyone. Adios. Check us out. I'm Haxy GV everywhere. Jeff Wing's around. Maybe we'll respond to your messages. Adios. All right. So The Boys is done. So you're good to go. I just need to get Mott here for Young Justice and Jurassic World.
Yeah. I guess I'll wish you guys luck. Enjoy.
All right. Take care. Remember, you got Obi-Wan, The Boys, Miss Marvel. I think that's it for next week.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm still gonna watch Young Justice just to see how it wraps up.
Yeah, you gotta let us know what you think. We gotta know your thoughts.
But all right, y'all, take it easy.
Take care.
Mine's not here, so tell her I say bye.
All right. It's just me now. How is everyone doing in the world? Just waiting on my next co-host who took a little break while we talked about stuff. I kinda need to use the restroom. I might go use the restroom, honestly. Oh no. No. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. I guess I'm still just waiting on my. Hopefully it's not stream mode on right now. He doesn't notice anything, doesn't get notifications. I don't know. Obi-Wan Kenobi. The Boys, episode 5. Episode 5. Miss Marvel. Episode 2. Next week will be 6. 6. 3. Possibly Lightyear. So I'll mention it. I don't think we'll do Lightyear. Let me actually text. Because maybe her Discord is muted. Did I never change her name? Nope. Also, I don't even know when the last time I messaged her. Ah, there you are.
I just got your text.
Okay, I was like, I messaged you on Discord. I was like, oh, if she's streaming, it might mute messages. So let me go text.
It does mute messages.
All right. Which one we want to start with? Young Justice or Jurassic World Dominion?
Jurassic, and then we can do Young Justice.
All right. I'm all ready. I got the stars all set up here.
None of them are feathered, Haxley.
What are you talking about? This one's feathered.
Is it? No, I guess it is. It doesn't look very feathered.
It's not the best feathered thing I've ever seen, but it's definitely feathered. This one you can kind of see featherings, but he's not a Jurassic World toy. He's just a normal Thinorizer model. All right, ready?
Yep.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's me, Haxley, here today. I'm joined by Mai, and after an expedition through the eons, we are ready to talk about the Jurassic era. One more Pacific Jurassic World Dominion, now showing in theaters near you.
Yeah. So I went into this film with really low expectations because I saw it Sunday, and I saw how everybody was saying how bad it was. And I mean, it's not going to win any awards or be nominated for any awards, but it was fun.
I think it's the best movie of the summer. I don't think any movie's gonna beat it.
I don't know about that. But yeah, I don't think it's the best Jurassic movie I've seen.
I don't think it's the best Jurassic movie. This follows the same trappings as like the MonsterVerse movies, honestly, where we focus too much on the people and not enough on the stars, the dinosaurs themselves. We had a lot going on. We had Bryce Howard's character, Claire. We still had Owen Grady. We had Maze the clone, and then we also brought back the original trio: Ian, Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler.
And we brought in a pilot.
We did bring a pilot. Did we ever give her a name? Because I entered this movie as like, did she ever get a name?
She does. She definitely does. They definitely say it. I don't remember it.
Okay, I don't remember if she ever introduced herself.
Kayla.
Okay.
She doesn't introduce herself. It's the moment where they're flying in and somebody goes, "Is this Kayla?"
Okay.
And it's like, "Is this Denise? You don't want me spilling secrets, Denise?" That moment is when we find out her name, and that's the only time they say her name. That's the only
time we ever say her name. We know she's a former Air Force pilot, but she doesn't get that much information compared to everyone else.
Yeah, I liked her character though.
I liked her character. We could have used her instead of Chris Pratt because they were kind of doing a similar niche thing, honestly.
Yeah.
But I also feel like there's a lot of people. We were doing so much stuff. We had Lewis Dodson also. We could have probably caught Ian Malcolm and Owen Grady. I would not care. They weren't doing too much for the film.
I mean, Ian Malcolm was literally just there to bring in the other two.
Yeah. But then he also just so much screen time to just kind of talk crazy sometimes, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, he was very just being Goldblum. It was just Goldblum being Goldblum.
Yeah.
So, one, I want to talk about Steph's and my experience to see this. So we went to the Alamo Draft House and did a brunch there, which the food was amazing. But the first 30 minutes of like our experience before they even started the movie, they were just showing dinosaurs from around the world and other media. And then the last thing was a Jurassic part from the dinosaurs' perspective. Okay. And it was hilarious. It was well done. It was such a good experience that I think Alamo Draft House might be my go-to place to see the movie now.
I've seen a lot of good things about Alamo Draft House having like a special menu for like a lot of these movies. Like I heard,
yeah.
I might see if I need to look into if they're still doing that. See if there's one near me. I think Woodbridge would be the nearest one.
There's one in Loudoun, I think, and Arlington, I believe.
Okay.
The one in DC is the one where we went to, and they didn't have a special menu for Jurassic Park, but they did have a brunch menu, and they had a menu for the Bob's Burger movie and Downton Abbey movie.
Okay.
Right now. I got breakfast tacos, and they might have been the best breakfast tacos I ever had.
Okay. Well, good endorsement. I just went to my local Regal Theater in the mall. I kind of just showed up, bought the very last ticket. It was the last ticket in this room.
That's nuts. There were only like 6 people there when we saw it.
Oh no! My theater was filled. I got the last ticket in that whole room, so it wasn't like the best seat. Honestly, I might have to go again and enjoy it because I did enjoy the movie. I like the
Absolutely.
dinosaur aspects.
I'm telling you, Alamo Draft House, it was $14 a ticket
I mean, that's pretty much what I paid at the Regal.
with good food though,
Yeah.
and alcohol, and like the sound was good. It's just a nice experience.
Okay.
Um, you just like order from your seat and they bring it to you. It's a restaurant, but you're watching it, and it's incredible. Like I've done the Alamo Draft House before, but it wasn't like it is now. And that was like almost 10 years ago at this point.
All right. Well, gotta check it out. But yeah, we got Jurassic World Dominion. Starting off where we left off with Fallen Kingdom, the dinosaurs out. They're out in the world. People are living to cope with them.
Yeah,
We
and
have
that,
some people doing some illegal things, some illegal breedings of Nasutoceratops and stuff.
we have
Some
Chris
cage
Pratt
fighting
being a
with
cowboy and roping
a
things.
Parasaurolophus.
Yeah, I don't know dinosaur names like that, but yeah, it was really cool to see all of that happening. I think my one gripe with this movie is Chris Pratt is just terrible in this series, and I think it's because he doesn't know how to give his character any personality.
He's very one-dimensional character.
Yeah,
I feel like we didn't need him in the Fallen Kingdom. We didn't need him now for Dominion, especially with Kaya filling the exact same role. Honestly,
yeah, like
they even mirrored each other in scenes.
Yeah, he's literally just a dude that has trained raptors. And that's it. He made a promise to a dinosaur. That was the big thing in this movie.
Yeah.
And like he's a dad, but he wasn't like he showed like no emotion with his daughter whatsoever. I felt nothing from him during those scenes. I felt a lot from Bryce Dallas Howard, and I felt nothing from him.
Yeah. When Claire told him that she went out to town again past the bridge, so he was just like, oh, I'll go talk to her. Like, okay, that's it. I guess it's very dad-like, but that's not a lot.
It was very dry. The entire, even when she goes missing, he was just like grumpy face, but dry, like delivery the entire time. And I think that's what really holds this movie back in terms of other Jurassic movies. Like I think even the first Jurassic World was better because he had such a small part in it, where like he was the main human in this one. It felt like.
Yeah, we had the kids in the first one, and we also had a lot of stuff with Claire going around stuff. We had a lot more dinosaur action. We had a more focus, I guess, on Adonis, honestly, and Adonis being the bad one.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they would do more with this feathered dinosaur that they said was the apex predator at the beginning of the film, and they really don't show her a lot. Like you really only see her in like the one scene where she swats a deer, and then in the big fight at the end.
Oh, the Thenorizosaur?
Yeah.
Thenorizer? Okay. I was like confused, like the apex predator.
That's who they said was the apex predator.
No, they didn't. They said that for the Giganotosaurus.
Well, still, we saw that thing once. Once. We saw like a total of like 6 dinosaurs. There was more bugs than dinosaurs, which is fine. Like prehistoric bugs, still cool. Those things were creepy but
they were terrifying. Those locusts.
Yeah, but like
locusts are nothing to joke around.
Yeah, but at the same time, like nothing else really.
Yeah, I don't have a Giganotosaurus. I do have the Thenorizer and the T-Rex right here. But no, this was not an apex predator. The apex predator for the jungle was a Giganotosaurus, and they brought the T-Rex in, and they're talking about what if they meet. That one of them has to be the apex predator. This guy's not an apex. He's a herbivore. He's pretty friendly.
Oh, dope. Well, I think the Giganotosaurus was definitely the apex. It took two dinosaurs to take it down,
Hmm.
and we're just gonna go. I
I
just
think
want to talk.
this is like probably my favorite dinosaur that was introduced in this film. Honestly, I thought he was pretty cool.
The feathery Velociraptor.
The Pyroraptor. The
Oh my,
Pyroraptor
that
was
thing
cool.
was so cool.
It was
That
so
one was probably my
beautiful.
favorite.
I wish they did more with the Pyroraptor.
Truly, like that's what this movie feels missed out on. Is it focused too much on the humans, not enough on the dinos.
Yeah, I agree. So, I guess if we should start from the beginning. So we already did the introduction. World's filled with dinosaurs. We gotta learn to cope with it. We find out there's locusts. We gotta find out where these locusts came from, because they did not come from Jurassic World.
Yeah, and we know that everybody is looking out for Maisie.
The clone, for whatever reason, people are interested in this clone in the news.
It makes sense. It's a cloned human. It's the first of their kind.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, we clone sheep. It's just like we don't want to go that far to clone humans. It's just more of a moral dilemma.
yeah. And
Biosyn knows why she's important, but like the general public probably doesn't care or know why she's important.
Yeah, but it would still be a news story every single day kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just because that would be like the biggest breaking news to ever happen is a cloned human.
But yeah, so we have people just living with dinosaurs. We have people doing illegal things, breeding some Nasutoceratops. Claire's out there rescuing the Nasutoceratops. We find out the government's doing their best to kind of keep the peace, send the dinosaurs to Biosyn, which pretty cool. We don't see Biosyn too much. They were in the first Jurassic Park movie, and they've been in some games, but they haven't been in anything else till this one.
Yeah, and they're sending the Biosyn because they're building a sanctuary, and it's like that's what you want to do with wild animals. You want to put them in a place where they can be wild but be safe, especially if they're near extinction.
Yeah, especially since most people don't know that Biosyn's kind of responsible for a Jurassic Park incident. Because I don't know if you remember.
Yeah.
Do you remember Louis Dodson? Do you remember his character?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
I just want to make sure.
He was supposed to be hacking and getting the genetic codes.
No, that's Ned.
Ice. Oh, that was Ned? Then I don't remember.
Louis Dodson was the guy who hired Ned to steal the DNA.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes,
Louis was at the resort. He gave them the Barrel can.
Yes. I remember that because that was the. I've watched the first one recently.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you would recognize that's the same person.
No, what you're talking about the old dude, right? The old white dude.
Yeah, the old white dude who's kind of doing like a Steve Jobs thing.
Yeah, what I recognized him from was Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, I recognized him from Royal Pains.
Yeah, he's Peter Parker's dad in Amazing Spider-Man.
All right, the spy. I remember him as the rich Russian in Royal Pains.
Yeah,
but he's not the same actor as the one from the first film, but he's playing that same character.
Yeah,
that hired Ned Leary, who got killed by the Dilophosaurus.
Yeah, and yeah, we'll talk about why that's important later. That's why we're going through this. So
yeah,
and then we're hearing that she's crossing the bridge, and they're making a big deal out of that. And then we see Beta, Blue's baby.
Blues has a child when they shouldn't be able to reproduce.
And we learn later that that's because they spliced her genes with a lizard that can reproduce without a mate.
Yeah, that's actually pretty common. There's actually a whole species here in the United States where I think 97% of the population are females who just breed. I wouldn't call it asexually because they do have to be stimulated, but they just have sex with other females.
Cool.
So it's not asexual, but it's just with
lesbian.
Other women. Yeah, it's lesbian lizards for the most part, minus like the 3% of males who do reproduce sexually to kind of just add some variety. But they're not.
I'm not surprised that it's happening. To quote Ian Malcolm, Life finds a way.
Yeah, so Biosyn finds Beta. They find the girl. They take them both at the same time, and that starts off the Claire and Owen Grady's arc of trying to save Maze. On the other hand, with the Locust situation, it's Ellie Sadler who looks into the Locust problems and brings it to Alan Grant. She mentions that Ian Malcolm works at Biosyn and he can get them in because he sent her some information on the down low in her DM.
Yeah, he was sliding in her DMs.
So they go to Biosyn. They go straight there. They don't have to go through this whole roundabout way that Owen and Claire go. And we have two different stories going on at the same time.
Honestly, it wasn't poorly done. It was done really well in
Yeah,
all actuality.
that part's not bad. And I was fine with this part. It's just near the end. There's just so many characters who I feel like just kind of bloated the film, but we could have focused more on some of the dinosaurs.
Yeah, so Owen and Claire go into
They go to
Egypt?
Malta.
Yeah,
Malta.
and they go to an underground dinosaur ring.
We see a lot of cool things here. We have a Baryonyx with a prosthetic limbs. We have a Carnotosaurus. I believe we also have a Sutramimosaurus fighting. I believe it's Toro, the Carnotaurus from Camp Cretaceous. Honestly, it looks like.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool things happening there. We finally see the Velociraptors that are trained to follow a laser.
We meet the Atrosoraptors, who this person said she's bred them to be loyal to her. That's where things went wrong in Fallen Kingdom, where they made the Indus Raptor, who was genetically raised to hunt and kill things pointed at this laser, but it had no human interaction or loyalty. The Atrosoraptors were raised by her, they're loyal to her, and they're trained to kill whatever the laser points to.
Yeah,
and honestly, that whole scene, beautiful. I love this scene. I wish we saw more of the Atrosoraptors.
That also made a lot of sense because it's very similar to like what they don't obviously use wolves in combat, but it's very similar to how they use wolves in stage. Like they train wolves to be with humans the entire time. Mm-hmm. They also do this with dogs in the military and police forces. The dog lives and sleeps with you, and you form a very strong connection with that dog. Yeah. It's also why dogs are always ranked higher than whoever they're with, because if there's abuse to the animal, it's abusing the superior officer, which is an instant court-martial, and there should be a court-martial anyways, and it's a harsher jail time.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it from like a animal training perspective, it made a lot more sense. Like it's similar to what they do with falcons and things like that. You build a bond with an animal because it's going to respect you more. It's similar to people.
But yeah, we had this cool chasing with the Atrosoraptors. We saw a lot of things escape from the underground illegal ring or whatever. We have the Sutramimus and Carnotaur just roaming the streets of Malta, eating people in the background, which that's what I hate. Like, we see this cool stuff happening with these dinosaurs in the background, facing off each other and everything. We have the Baryonyx and the baby Carnosaur and some sort of, I don't even know what it was, but like synapsid? What? No, it's not synapsid. That's a brain thing. What are they called? I forget what they're called.
What was the little thing that bit the guy?
That's what I'm trying to think. It's what's the Dimetrodons? Because it's related to a Dimetrodon, which we see later in the film.
It literally looked like one of the guys from Land Before Time. It looked like Spike from Land Before Time.
Oh, they are synapsids. Okay.
Oh, but he's a Stegosaurus? I didn't know Spike was a Stegosaurus.
Spike from Land Before Time. He's definitely a Stegosaurus. Jurassic World dinosaurs. Not even a dinosaur, but what?
Every dinosaur listed. So we saw the Mosasaurus, the Parasaurolophus.
Hola, Necromancer. How you doing? We're talking Jurassic World Dominion. If you've seen
We're
that,
just
we're looking
trying
up the dinosaur. Not even a dinosaur. It's a synapsid we saw. Not related to a dinosaur. It's like a precursor to mammals. So it's like our great grandma.
That's weird. I don't know how to feel about that.
Here we go. The Lystrosaurus. This might actually be a dinosaur because it says shovel lizard, and it's from the Triassic period.
But yeah, we're seeing a bunch of these dinosaurs and stuff in the background, and it's great because like we want to see all these dinosaurs. We just also want to see these dinosaurs.
Like, dinosaurs do stuff besides being the background of the film.
But yeah, the underground ring was really cool. We go straight from that into flying, essentially. Like we have Owen Gray.
Yeah. They've continued the chase of the Velociraptor to the plane. The plane takes off. They kick the Velociraptor out of the plane, and the Velociraptors can't follow.
Yeah, it's definitely dead though. The last Velociraptor gets hit by a motorcycle into the ocean.
I mean, it's not the last one, but there are like two others. I think the other two are still alive, but that one that fell into the ocean.
Well, I meant the last one in the chase.
Oh yeah, last one in the chase might be dead. But yeah, they fly. They go to Biosyn. They do not get permission to go to Biosyn, so
they turn off the anti-air aerial creature system,
defense system, whatever. And we see the Quetzalcoatlus, one of the largest pterosaurs to ever live. So if you want to think of height, they're about the size of a giraffe, comparatively.
The Quetzalcoatlus.
Yep, Quetzalcoatlus.
What is its wingspan typically?
Oh, what is the wingspan?
Here we go. 45 feet. It's 45-foot wingspan.
Obviously, it's a lot bigger in the movie. It's because I think the movie showed it be a lot bigger.
Yeah, it says it can be a 45. It's estimated that its wingspan was up to 45 feet from its first fossil, but we found that it can go up to 70 feet.
It's a big guy. Quetzalcoatlus is a big guy. It's a big lizard.
That is terrifyingly big. I think they did it the right size. Like I'm looking at models compared to humans, and I think they did it the right size.
I mean, compared to humans, they are pretty big, but that was a big plane. So I was like trying to think of how big a plane like that is compared to.
I mean, it wasn't as big as the plane though.
Yeah, but it was a good portion of it. It looked like.
Yeah, it shows that they're. Yeah, they're just huge.
How would you feel about Quetzalcoatlus still being around if you had to deal with this?
I would never leave my house.
Because that opening scene showed some pretty big pterodactyls, pterosaurs.
And like New York City.
And, like
people
New York,
are just walking around.
City. They have a nest on a skyscraper.
No,
I'm sorry.
you.
No, I'm leaving this city. That thing's going to fly me up.
I'm never opening my door.
Never going to the ocean because there's a big mosasaur just taking down whole lobster boats.
Yeah, like Oh my god, yeah. No, there's no way you just live with these carnivores. The herbivores, like, sure,
I
they're
mean,
still gonna be wreak havoc in general, but like,
what are you gonna do when a sauropod just walks by your house?
yeah, like they literally talk about that there were like 100 some dinosaur related deaths in the last year, and it was like, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you watched any of the shorts, like Battle of Camp Big Rock. Had the Allosaurus just destroying a campsite of people,
Yeah.
and then we also had the T-Rex go into a drive-in movie theater. That's where he was captured. Apparently, that's where she was captured. Apparently,
Yeah, like there's only like 20 people that are killed by cows a year. That's cows. I feel like dinosaurs would be way higher.
yeah. But yeah, so the Quetzalcoatlus takes the plane down, and the plane lands into like a frozen lake.
Deer kill about 120 people a year.
About the same.
Yeah, I still think dinosaurs would be higher because there was like,
I don't know. I feel like most of the dinosaurs are just out in the wild doing their own thing away from people.
yeah, but most of them haven't had time for any evolution to stay away from humans. It would, but deer have, and they
Yeah,
still
the
kill 120 people.
Giganotosaurus, those are pretty mean things. And I believe in the Jurassic World universe, they have venomous bites. I think it was mentioned in like the books and the games that their bites are venomous.
The copies?
The compies, yeah.
Yeah.
Camponasis.
Copies. Yeah. Fuck those little things. Doesn't Owen get bit by them in this movie and just throw them off?
Oh yeah, he did get bit and like throws them off. So maybe they're not. Wait, was it the Camponasis that are venomous? No, I think it was the Troodonts that are venomous. The Troodonts and the Dilophosaurus are venomous in this universe.
Yeah.
Maybe the compies aren't.
But yeah, it's just so many things happening in this movie. But yeah, so they get torn to shreds. Their plane gets torn to shreds, and they crash into. Well, they eject Claire, and then they crash into an icy lake, where the Pyroraptor is waiting for them.
Beautiful Pyroraptor, by the way. Yeah, we learned from the Lost World. A group of them can take down a man. A Camponasis can take it down a man. Yeah. But oh my god, when this Pyroraptor was getting ready to gut them, realized there was like a crack in the water, and the ice is gonna break. Him just diving down, swimming like a penguin, ready to just get them from below. That was such an amazing scene.
It was so well done. It was probably one of, if not the best scene in the movie.
Yeah, but they do manage to run away, get away from the Pyroraptor with the help of a taser or a stun gun or something.
Yeah.
And the other side of things, whose story should we tell next? What's happening with Claire or what's happening with Ellie and Alec? Because all this stuff is happening at the same time.
Yeah, I think we should stick with Claire.
All right, so Claire got ejected. She lands in the middle of a forest where she kind of has a run-in with our gentle giants, the Thinorizosaur.
Not so gentle as it just swats a deer 40 feet.
I feel like for no reason at all, because he's a plant eater. Like maybe because the deer's competition for the plants?
Maybe.
But oh my god, does this thing look beautiful? And that sound it made. It was like a terrifying scene because she did not want to end up like that deer.
Yeah.
I think honestly, maybe one of my favorite scenes in the movie was his scene right here.
That's fair. My only problem with it is that it's not clear that the dinosaur is an herbivore, and it feels more like a carnivore with the way that they shot that scene.
I mean, before it knows Claire was there, it was eating some of the foliage on the floor.
Yeah, but that's a blink and you miss it moment.
It is a blink of you miss. It's they don't go into explaining what a lot of these dinosaurs do, how they fit into things. I know it's a herbivore because I studied paleontology as a minor in school, and I really love these dinosaurs.
But like, I didn't know it was an herbivore until you told me, and I
You
watched
thought it
the
was
movie.
You thought it was the apex predator of this whole system.
Yeah,
Like, no.
it
No.
looks like a predator.
Nah. He's just there to eat some trees, protect himself, and some people think maybe use the claws as like shears to kind of grab more foliage out of trees.
And obviously for defense.
Yeah. Because lots of dangerous things out there. I'm like so excited because tomorrow the DLC, Biosyn DLC, comes out and he's part of it. So I'm gonna play Jurassic World Evolution and finally have this guy in my game.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we have the Thanarizosaur. She gets away. She survives, and it's counter. She doesn't counter anything else, right? Not for a while.
Not for a while. That we know. Like she tracks her way, staying stealthy. Claire has learned a lot since the fourth movie, and has really learned how to survive.
Yeah. So going back to what's happening at Biosyn with Ellie and Alan Grant, them going to getting some proof that they're behind the locusts. They get a tour of the campus. Once they're done with the tour, they're allowed to explore by themselves. Ian Malcolm hands them his wristwatch that gives them access to whatever they want. And they use that to go to the sub-levels where they shouldn't have access to without Ian Malcolm's little watch access code or whatever. And they access the labs where the locusts are. And they get a tissue sample.
And they're able to get the tissue sample without spooking any of the locusts, just in time for an alarm to go off and spook all of the locusts.
Oh boy, was that scene was terrifying. I would not love
like
having locusts go crazy around me and try and eat me.
What went through my head when that happened was the biblical story about locusts, and I was like, if those were the locusts that God supposedly sent down on Egypt, dear God, that's terrifying.
Terrifying.
Because these things are like this big.
They're like the size of a chihuahua, and armored plating and everything. They have sharp armor.
Yeah, and they got sharp teeth.
And Alan
claws.
did not want to grab it to hold for a sample.
No, I wouldn't either.
I was like, do I have to grab it? You don't want to grab it? I can take the sample.
Yeah, the things are just terrifying.
But yeah, they get the sample. They try and get out of there. On their way out, they find Maze. And they take Maze with them. They try to get out through the underground tunnels. But Dawson finds out what's going on. And he turns off the little air tunnel thing that they're going through. Yep. And he stops up in the amber mines, which are filled with Dimetrodons. Our great grandmas, everyone. They are a synapsid.
Those were mammals?
Yeah.
They looked lizard.
They're from the Permian. So even way before the dinosaurs. They're like the precursor to mammals. They evolved into mammals later on.
Hmm.
They're like the evolutionary step from reptile to mammals, from what we can gather from the fossil records. So not entirely mammals, but it is the movement from reptile to more mammalian traits. So how did it feel seeing our grandmas and on the big screen?
I didn't like them.
You didn't like the Dimetrodons? I thought it was a very scary scene, honestly. Very terrifying, honestly.
No, I think they were well done, and I think that's why I didn't like them.
You just don't want to go into a cave with them around.
Yeah, definitely.
And they're also going to be added to the Jurassic World Evolution Biosyn DLC. Anyone's interested, you can have Dimitrodons. But yeah, they get trapped in there. Ian Malcolm has to go get them out. They survive that encounter with Dimitrodons. So yeah, now we have Ian Malcolm with Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler and Maze. We have Owen, Kayla. You think Kayla?
Kayla.
And Claire. They finally get reunited. They show up to it, and then we also have both groups show up in the same place.
And then they're attacked by the Giganotosaurus.
Yeah, the Giganotosaurus. Which, according to Colin Trevorrow, the director, he was planning on this being the Joker of the dinosaur world, whatever that was supposed to mean. And after watching this movie, I still don't know what he meant by any of that.
Yeah, the Giganotosaurus would have been a great villain. I really wish they just figured out a different way to get the original trio there than Locusts, I feel like the Locusts were such a bad plot device when this series has been about dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm. I've heard complaints that the Locusts were unnecessary.
But it makes sense for the plot. It's all about it.
My only objective to this is they want a bad guy, and they're not going to make the dinosaurs because we've kind of make it clear throughout the other movies that the dinosaurs are just animals. They're just new to this world. They're going through their lives and they're adapting.
The Locusts aren't even the bad guys. The bad guys are the Steve Jobs character.
Dr. Henry Wu. We have Lawson.
Yeah.
Dr. Dawson.
It's truly just the billionaire. That's the bad guy in this movie. Because Wu is like, I want to shut down all the locusts with a single gene. And he's like, no.
Out of nowhere, Wu no longer wants any part of this. He wants to just end it all, solve this locust problem when he's the one responsible for like every other movie travesty.
Well, I feel like those was just, he was wanting to make dinosaurs, which is like fair. And in this one, he shows that like what he wants to do is repent at this point because he's made mistakes, and he wants to use the mother of Macy's work that we find out about in one of these scenes earlier.
Yeah,
that to do this.
We haven't really seen that character growth or arc for him to start repenting, because even after Jurassic World with Camp Cretaceous, he's the bad guy in that, working with Biosyn. And then I don't know if he's responsible for building the Indoraptor or if it was just he was.
Yeah, he was responsible for the Indoraptor and for the
I know he did the Indominus Rex. I couldn't remember if he did Indoraptor or someone based it off his stuff.
I think someone based it off his stuff. I don't think he did that. And I think what happened is when he saw the global epidemic that the locusts were causing.
They went out of hand. They went further than they were supposed to, and they're going to cause a food shortage in the world. People are going to starve. We're going to have
and that's when the light bulb. Yeah, that's when the Bible or not the Bible, the light bulb in his head went off and was like, "Oh, I should stop."
Yeah, this is no good. We went too far with this. We shouldn't be playing gods.
Yeah. He had some really good motives in this movie, and still did the worst things, and still got his way.
Yeah. Back to the meeting of all of the main characters and the introduction of the Giganotosaurus, the apex predator of Biosyn's facility. He didn't really do much when trying to attack them in the high shelter. Like, he almost got them a few times, but the cage got in the way. And then after that, when he tried to eat someone else.
He just couldn't reach them.
He couldn't reach them, and
Then he got shocked in the face.
got shocked in the eye by Claire, right? It was Claire who
Yeah.
shocked him in the eye.
While Owen was just stabbing him.
Yeah,
and
stabbing
he was
with a
being
knife.
shot with a trank. Like, a lot of shit was happening to this.
A lot of stuff
dinosaur.
was happening to the Giganotosaurus. But he wasn't like a big menace at this point. They got away from him pretty well enough with some defense. And they were just like preparing to continue on with their trek to try and get out of Biosense somehow.
Yeah.
And that's when Dawson activates a protocol to destroy the evidence of the locusts.
Yeah.
And decides to burn them all.
And then they escape.
They
and
escape.
fly,
They fly
and
out.
start falling while on fire.
They fall, create a big wildfire in the forest, and they activate some protocol they have to protect the dinosaurs, where the dinosaurs come to the facility by using the trackers in their minds or in their brains.
Yeah, electrical signals.
Yeah, electrical signals. Which so happens is pretty much where our heroes are. So now they're there with all the dinosaurs. Dalton's getting away in like an air tube thing to go to his own plane to get out of here. And they can't fly away yet because the aero defense system is still off, so the pterosaurs will still attack their plane if they try taking off.
Yeah.
But they don't have enough power to do that, so they have to revert power from other systems to the defense systems. So they go on a mission. They go on a two-way mission where one team goes finds Beta, the other team gets the power stored. So we have a little, pretty much homage to when Ellie had to do the power stuff before.
Yeah, it was very homage to that. The one difference being, again, locusts instead of dinosaurs.
Locusts instead of the Velociraptors in there. But they said a lot of like the famous one-liners from that scene, honestly, when they're getting the power on and everything.
Yeah.
Power gets on. Power gets reverted. Dawson's trapped in the air tube. And the Dilophosauruses are there.
They are.
The dinosaur that took out Ned Leardry, the guy who hired to take out the first park.
And you know what they love to do is just fuck with people.
And a pretty good homage to the first movie when they take out Dennis. We have pretty much a similar scene with them spitting their venomous spit on Dodson, the Barrosol clan falling down on the ground, and the Dilophosaurus attacking.
Yep. I think it was. We even got a similar line, like, "Oh, what's your story?" or "What do you do there, little buddy?"
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I think we did get something similar to that. But yeah, back to the main group. They're gonna get out of here. Kayla got them a helicopter. She brings the helicopter to the facility, and Wu's like, "Don't bring it here." It's like, where else am I supposed to go? The jungle's full of dinosaurs. No, the dinosaurs are here. We brought them here to protect them from the fire. And yes, she almost gets taken down by all the dinosaurs in here. I believe maybe at first a sauropod almost took them down. And then the Giganotosaurus saw them. But there's another apex predator here, the T-Rex. And the T-Rex and the Giganotosaurus are not that friendly to each other.
Yeah, and there's a scary point where I thought the T-Rex was dead.
I thought Rexy died. I thought Rexy might have been gone for her. But they got the attention of the Thinorizosaur to kind of help, and it becomes a 2-on-1 fight. We got Terry here. We got a T-Rex working together to fight the Giganotosaurus. I sadly do not have a Giganotosaurus. But they fight together. They take on the biggest land carnivore to ever live, the Giganotosaurus. bigger than a T-Rex, bigger than the Spinosaurus, bigger than the Giganotosaurus.
And they managed to win because the thing gets stabbed. I really thought the talents were for swiping, not for stabbing. But,
Yeah, I forget what happened, but they managed to get the Giganotosaurus to get shoved right into the Tyrannosaurus, and it goes through his neck and his chest, pretty much. And he goes down. Our gentle giant herbivore took down the apex predator of the system.
Yep.
I'm just gonna keep harping this gentle giant herbivore
because it's supposed to be a gentle giant.
I don't know if it's gentle giant, but I that's what I want to call him. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt with his terrible claws.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the whole movie.
Yeah, that's pretty much the whole movie. Bison goes down. They find out about the locust. The locust problem gets solved.
Wu gets redemption for whatever reason. Yeah, that's the whole
Claire and
movie.
Owen raise the kid. Ellie and Alan Grant get together. They're now dating. I don't know what Ian's doing. I guess he's going to have to find a new job to help pay for his 5 kids.
Yeah. Well, he probably doesn't have to pay for them anymore at this point.
Yeah, they're probably all grown up. You're right.
So.
Oh yeah. It's the finale. Of the whole thing. I don't know if there's any other plans for more Jurassic films, but the world's just gonna have to get used to the dinosaurs. They're around.
I think this is it. It should be it. This should
It
be
feels
the last
like
one.
Yeah, I don't know where else they would go with this.
Do I think it will be the last one? No.
I know we're getting more Camp Cretaceous, but Camp Cretaceous happens between 4 and 5.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But I believe that's it. I'm gonna get ready to play the DLC that comes out tomorrow. I'm so excited for that. I'll be working for Biosyn, so if you want to check out how I am at being a Biosyn employee, check out my streams. I'll be playing Jurassic World Evolution. I'll be playing that actually Saturday night. I'm going to be playing that Saturday night, but I'll be checking out this ahead of time.
You're going to be a villain?
Well, I'm going to be an employee at least. I'm not Lewis Dodson. I just work there.
Okay.
At least I get to play with the Pyroraptors, the Dimetrodons, the Quetzalcoatlus, the Thetanosaur. They're all getting added. I forget if anything else gets added, but I know those are some of the new dinosaurs and Snapsits, I guess. The Giganotosaurus was already in the game, so he's not a new dinosaur.
Oh, well, at least he's already in the game. That's pretty
He's
cool.
already in the game. I feel like one thing is, like, if they include more facts, like, again, you didn't know the Thetanosaur was a herbivore. I don't know how much you knew about the Giganotosaurus being the biggest predator to ever live on land.
Not
And he's a
really.
pack hunter. From what we think, they were pack hunters. And nothing we didn't really scratch on was when they were first flying into Biosyn. They mentioned they've got all the Nublar dinosaurs, and they got like a bunch of the Sorna dinosaurs there on the Biosyn research facility, which I think is amazing that we brought in the dinosaurs from Nublar here and Sorna. And at the end of the movie, we saw all 3 T-Rexes together. Our Rexy from the Jurassic Park movies, and then the 2 T-Rexes from the Lost World movie.
Yep. That was pretty cool.
Still no sign of one of my favorite additions.
My favorite Spinosaurus. I thought the Spinosaurus dies in the 3rd one.
No, he didn't die. He's actually in Camp Cretaceous. That's one of the, and they had to escape from him. So he's alive in the cartoon.
which they referenced, so it's canon
Yeah.
until
Oh, yeah.
it's not.
I think that's it. That's our review of the movie. If you liked what we talked about, you want to see more, go ahead and like and subscribe. Go leave a comment. What was your favorite dinosaur? Mine's the Spinosaurus Egypti because he didn't make it in the film. But out of the film dinosaurs, the Sinorhizosaur and the Pyroraptor are definitely up there. It's like some beautiful things.
I think mine used to be the Pyroraptor or the Iguanodon, and it's now the Pyroraptor.
Pyroraptor, she was a beaut, and that swimming was beautifully well done.
But I do like my opposable thumb dinosaur.
Here, I should have brought my Iguanodon up here. I have Aladar from the dinosaur movie.
Yes. I just like it because they originally thought that the thumb was the horn. So.
All right, so that wraps up that. Now we have Young Justice finale.
Yeah.
Long day.
Long stream.
A lot to edit in the morning for me.
Yeah. Let's do this intro.
Hello, everyone. How you doing? It's me, Huxley here, and today I'm joined by my Jeff was here, but talking. He thought he was caught up with Young Justice. Turns out he missed the finale somehow. He also missed like the middle episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi, so that's being taken off for a week. But me and Mike here, we're gonna talk the finale. Sorry, Jeff, you're gonna have to watch it and let us know what you think about it another time.
Just put in the comments, Jeff.
In the comments, what are your thoughts? What do you like? Because we're not rioting today.
No, we're
Our
not.
boy lived.
Yeah, he pulled the Batman trick.
Yeah. Pulled the
Cut his
Batman where he
forehead
dropped his heart.
and dropped his heart.
And he even mentioned he pulled a nose wrestling maneuver where he just cut his scalp. It bleeds a lot, but doesn't really do much. No big damage.
Yep. Yeah, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting a lot in this final
There was a
episode.
lot of things that happened that I was not expecting. We're going over so many things that we think was gonna happen.
I thought Dick was dead. I was wrong.
No, I was not ready for Dick to die, so
I thought Rocket was dead. I was wrong.
I thought Rocket might not be here for Rocket might be something we have to deal with for a later season, or she's dead.
They played with death a lot this season, which means they're due.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's start off. Dick's alive. He goes outside. He sees the bioship and everything taken down, not in great condition. But it's okay. It's just an illusion created them again. Pretty much the whole team is fine. They faked their deaths. Bioship is definitely hurt. Bioship was hurt, but they protected themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, Bioship protected herself. Dick was fine.
McGann was fine. Everyone was fine. Only
Everybody
one not
but Cal.
fine was Cal because he chose to stand up and sell it by trying to take on Zod. Sorry for Nightwing's kryptonite that got confiscated. But yeah, they're fine. Bioship's child shows up and takes them on a trip down to Metropolis to kind of go save the day.
Yeah. Yeah, Bioship really did save the day.
Yeah. And then the team also shows up. They use the Magic School bus to get to Metropolis. So we have two teams en route to Metropolis for whatever reason. I understand why the Justice League team up in the Fortress of Solitude cannot get to Metropolis without the Zeta tubes that got broken in there. But why did it take so long for every other hero on Earth to get there? Why It's on the news. There has to be Zeta tubes into Metropolis around the city, right? Or is Superman the only hero of Metropolis and he doesn't need the Zeta tubes?
Well, he has a Zeta tube, but he probably doesn't need one to get to Metropolis.
Yeah.
I don't think Metropolis has other heroes. I think it is just Superman. Which that sucks.
I mean,
Mans can't take a vacation.
there's Steel. Steel's supposed to be Metropolis, I believe.
Have you seen Steel and Young Justice?
We've seen him as a hologram during one of the votes. Like when Batman and a lot of other people left the team, Steel was one of the people still standing there. He has not had any voice lines or anything, but we definitely saw him.
Heroes of Metropolis. Here we go. We got so we obviously have Superman, Agent Liberty,
I don't think
Argent, Atom, Black Lightning.
But
But
Black
he
Lightning
also-
was with the team. He was
but
in
he-
the
He's also a hero of Freedom City sometimes.
okay, but he was at the Fortress of Solitude, so he's on the bio ship. He can't
Yeah.
say the tube in there.
Booster Gold.
Do we have a Booster Gold?
I don't remember Booster Gold. Johto, Prism, Risk, and Thorn.
Damn.
So I think it really is just
It might just be Superman.
yeah. Like we don't even have a Supergirl in this one.
Yeah. But yeah, so the bus gets there first, followed by the bio ship. They fight the forces of Zod. We have Aquaman fighting General Zod. We have Artemis and Nightwing fighting the big guy. Who's fighting the woman?
Empress.
Not the Emerald Empress, the other woman.
Oh, I thought that was that Dick or Zatanna?
Oh, I thought Tigress and Dick were working together on the big guy.
You're right. Zatanna was helping with Zod and Baby Zod.
Yeah, Zatanna was fighting Emerald Empress, but her magic was a lot stronger than hers. So she was switched to healing Clark, and then Clark fought Zod, took over for Aquaman to fight Zod.
Yes. Who was fighting? It wasn't Rocket. I don't think.
Rocket wasn't there yet.
I can't remember.
What?
Who all was there? It was Dick? Magan?
Dick?
No, Magan was fighting.
Magan, Emerald Empress, she took her out, right?
Yeah.
And then she also had to fight. No, she didn't fight her brother. Her brother was fought by the Legionnaires.
No, she fought her brother as well.
I thought that was the very end.
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe she wasn't fighting because she was weak from the thing, right? Because she got hurt by
Yeah, and they had to go get the sun powers. And she got beat immediately was what it was.
Maybe that was it. She was beat immediately because she was already weakened.
Yeah.
So maybe we don't have to worry about her.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest of the fights was going on. They were doing pretty well fighting off the Kryptonians. Connor was fighting Lord Zod. Eventually, Cal was all healed because of Zatanna's magic, and it became a 2-on-2 combo fight. Father and son versus the two brothers.
Yep.
And once Malekith was taken down, they got the Mother Thrall. I think they were calling it the Mother Thrall.
The father box?
It wasn't Father Box. It was connected to the Mother Box. And then the Kaiser Thrall.
Oh,
What was
Kaiser
the name
Thrall.
again?
I don't remember.
Billy? Was it Billy?
Yeah, Billy.
He was opening up boom tubes to send them back to the Phantom Zone. It's like, toss him in, everyone. Toss him in.
Yep.
And yeah, the Kryptonians get taken down. Everything goes well. As soon as all the Kryptonians are beaten, we have every hero come in. Black Canary, Captain Marvel, I think, was there. Who else showed up at this fight? But they all showed up really late. It was over.
Yeah. I don't think they have boom tubes too. I think they're gonna install boom tubes after this.
They might have to install some Zeta tubes in Metropolis after this. Like, Superman, we need ways for other heroes to get here, boy.
Yeah, in case you're taking over or anything.
Yeah. But
yeah, that's kind of it. And then they're all kind of celebrating, and we see Rocket come out of the time sphere, and the time sphere go away.
Yeah, Rocket shows up, captures the big guy, and I think they use that to get the big guy into the boom tube. Lorzod gets into the time sphere and gets away. So he's the only Kryptonian that does not go into the Phantom Zone. But the fight's over, and we're just having everyone get back to life, celebrate. Connor and McGann decide, we don't want to wait anymore. We're going to have this wedding. It's suits or no suits. Everyone invited knows everybody, knows the superhero community. So show up in your costume, show up in a suit. It's up to you. We're getting married. We're getting this done.
I was kind of hoping Bruce would show up in just the Batman mask and a tux. That's what I was hoping for.
But yeah, it's the time of the wedding. We see a lot of faces. We see McGann's parents. We see the sister who decides to go by her Martian name instead of the Earth name that she picked out. She found herself. She's going with her identity as a Martian. We find out that I don't remember his name, but it's Superboy's friend from when he was in high school.
Oh yeah, and he was like, "Wait, I was invited because they thought I knew."
You guys all thought I knew? You guys all been keeping this a secret from me?
It was pretty good.
And then we also see Icicle Jr. there at the wedding. He's all teary-eyed. Him and Superboy have become really good friends in season 1.
Yeah.
I think that was like one of my favorite moments. Icicle Jr. right there. He was still handcuffed, but he was there at this wedding with all the other superheroes.
Yeah, and then we cut away from that, and we see Lorzod teleport back in time to where Cotter disappears.
Well, first, we get Orion talking to Rocket about what happened.
Ah, yes.
And apparently, somehow she ended up in Orion's like vault, not Orion's, but Metron's vault. And Metron has fixed the time sphere. Not only that, he's preset the controls to get her to Metropolis to help the team. That's when she shows up, but Lorzod gets in, and we find out what happened to Lorzod. He's in the time sphere, but he can't change the controls because they're preset. So he doesn't know where he's going. He ends up at Mars right before Superboy is about to die, and he thinks he has another chance of saving his parents and making sure the Legionnaires are never formed.
When it explodes.
When he gets out of the time sphere to get the job done, and the time sphere goes away, and he's stuck in there with the bomb filled with kryptonite. And we find out he was the person who died there. He was the one whose like shadow got left on the cliff face from the explosion, which I honestly forgot about. That was a thing. So yeah, that solves that end.
Yeah, I forgot about it too, but it was extremely well done, and I appreciated it.
It was very appreciated to just see him get blown up and burned into smithereens.
Truly.
And yeah, roll the credits. I think, right? We got nothing else but the credits. And then we got the after credits scene.
Yeah.
Where we find out Clary and the Witch Boy was more than willing to help the light capture these Kryptonians and put them in a stasis thing on the war world. I was like, warship? No, war world.
Yes, all in.
But they had to make a deal with Darkseid, and Darkseid wanted Malekith and one Kryptonian, and then Malekith gets a whole world to himself.
That's kind of it.
He did his job for Darkseid. He gets rewarded for doing Darkseid's bidding. And then we find out, we go back to Apocalypse.
You meet the new champions of Darkseid.
We meet the new Furies. We have Big Barda, who we met before in the last season, who kind of seems like she was like kind of realizing that the heroes aren't so bad when the heroes saved her from dying. So she's like on the precipice of switching sides, maybe, I think.
And Kara Zor-El.
Oh, I was going to say Mary first.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Mary.
It was like the person who was taken from her birthright. Black Mary. Was Black Mary, right?
Yep.
I was like, Black Marvel? Black Mary? And we find out the Kryptonian they took was Kara Zor-El, who was imprisoned in the Phantom Zone for some reason.
Yeah, that one was a little weird.
What did she do? Like, how bad was she before Krypton exploded? But yeah, that's the end of season 4. No word yet of season 5, but if it comes back, they're gonna have to deal with Kara Zor-El, Mary Marvel, and Big Barda. So let us know what you think. Go ahead and like, subscribe to this video. Leave down in the comments. Which was the biggest shock to you, Kara, Mary? Because honestly, I was shocked by both of them, I guess. Like, why are you gonna do this to my girl Mary? I love Mary Marvel. I love seeing her and stuff. And now she's gonna be the bad guy?
Yeah, so I think Kara was put into the Phantom Zone by her parents as a way to save her.
Okay.
When
That could be
Krypton was gonna blow up. And then maybe she's dealing with Phantom Zone sickness.
Phantom Zone sickness, being stuck there for 40 years.
Yeah. And she's supposed to be like a teenager.
Yeah,
when
she's
sent there.
Yeah, she was
Or
she was a
when-
teenager when Krypton exploded. She's Superman's older cousin.
Yes. Even though she looks younger because she's typically not found.
Till later.
Yeah.
Because in the comics, her ship gets set off course, and the ship has them in stasis because like the trip from Krypton to Earth is very, very long. Like honestly, Krypton could have exploded like thousands of years ago because I don't think the ship went that fast.
Yeah.
But it got knocked off course, and it took longer to reach Earth, so she wasn't able to fulfill her duty of taking care and raising Clark like she was supposed to do.
Yeah.
But on a side note of that, the ship, it said that the ship went off course and flung around the sun and flew very close to it, that she absorbed a lot of solar radiation and is supposed to be more powerful than Superman. Which is not the case here. She's been in the Phantom Zone this entire time, though.
That is true. Because she's supposed to have like telepathic powers as well, which Superman doesn't.
I've never heard of this.
I'm pretty sure one of her powers is supposed to be like telepathy.
Superboy has
Originally.
some telekinetic abilities.
That might be what it is. Well, that's like his original powers.
That's his original power. It was like telekinesis or something like that, whatever it's called. I don't think it was called telekinesis. They called it something else. But the way his powers work is he has to touch something first, and then he could move it around.
Yeah. Which is actually like a really cool power, but it's kind of silly.
Yeah. So like, ideally he touches himself, and then he can float and fly himself around with his mind powers. or he can touch like sand and kind of manipulate sand or water like that if he touches sand or water.
She has sound manipulation and a force field and energy projection.
Oh, this is all new to me. I thought she just had all the same powers as Superman.
No, that's why she's more powerful, is that she has additional powers.
Oh, no. Because I know the ones I read, she's usually just like, she hits Superman and he's like, that hurts.
Well, yeah, she's also just stronger than him, but she also has additional powers. Like she's not affected by the lasso of truth.
Okay.
Because she has energy projection and force that she's put around herself.
Well, we'll see what happens because again, she was in a Phantom Zone this entire time, not near her son.
She's also more advanced in hand-to-hand combat than Clark because she was trained in it from a young age on Krypton.
Yeah.
She also apparently learns chi manipulation.
They've done a lot with her, huh?
Yeah. And she has a genius level intellect, which we know Clark doesn't.
Yeah, we already knew that because Krypton was more advanced civilization. At least she went to school on Krypton.
Yeah. And then she also has been a Red Lantern and has had uncontrollable rage at times. Which that would be interesting if they give her the Red Lantern in this.
Oh, I would love that. Honestly, I thought it was a pretty cool arc for her.
Yeah.
All right, we got anything else, or are we ready to end the show?
I think that's it. What do you got for the rest of the week?
Tomorrow it's Rank Tuesday, so it's Pokemon Unite. We're doing some ranking. Wednesdays I'm gonna be playing Genshin Impact. Friday some Dead by Daylight, and then Saturday we're gonna do the 24-hour stream because I did not do this past weekend because I did not realize that two of my cousins have graduated high school and they're having parties on the Saturday and the Sunday.
Aren't you forgetting Jurassic World?
I added it to my 24-hour stream, so we're starting off. I think the first 4 hours of my 24-hour stream with Gardic Phone with some people. So if you're interested and Jeff's interested, you guys can play Gardic Phone.
What day is that? Friday?
Saturday.
I will see if I can. I do work Saturday. This is my last working Saturday for a while.
Woo! And then pretty much from midnight to I think 5 a.m. I said I'm gonna be playing Jurassic World because it's nighttime. I'm gonna be pretty quiet. I don't want to make. I'm just gonna focus on this dinosaur park for 5 hours at night, and then we're gonna be switching it over to. I have it on a schedule. What else? I know I'm playing Mario Strikers, Pokemon Unite. I'm going back to Animal Crossing for a few hours because sharks are back in June. It's June already. We're catching some sharks.
Well, I don't have anything this week, but next week I'm going to start streaming pretty regularly again.
I found it. Gardic Phone from 8 to 12. From 12 to 5, Jurassic World Evolution. From I guess from 12 to 6. I guess that's what I meant. From 6 to 8, Animal Crossing. We're fishing for sharks in the morning. From 8 to 12, Genshin Impact. 12 to 2, Mario Strikers. 2 from 6, Pokemon Unite. 6 through 8, Dead by Daylight.
Heck yeah! I'm gonna be playing some LGBTQ plus games for the rest of the month, starting next week. So it'll be 10 days. I'm gonna hopefully set up a welcome back stream fundraiser event kind of deal. So if you wanna donate to probably the Trevor Project, please do so. I'm going to be playing probably Miss Messages, which is going to have a big trigger warning on it because there is self-harm and suicide in that game. And probably play some Life is Strange. I have the entire series remastered. So, and that just came out this year. So I haven't been able to play it at all. And then outside of that, maybe some like World of Warcraft dungeon runs and raiding if I get back to that.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Ready to have you back to streaming regularly now with the new job that's more better hours.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I don't know what my stream schedule is going to be yet, but I'm going to figure it out once I see what my schedule is going to be like with this new job.
Well, let us know. We'll be back next week. Pretty light week, unless there's a lot of news. We'll be covering Miss Marvel episode 2 and The Boys episode 5 and Obi-Wan Kenobi 3, 4, 5.
Yep, 3 through 5.
And I think that's it. I hope there's unless HBO Max drops something Thursday out of nowhere because Young Justice is over. That's it. I say there's a 70% chance they're going to drop something random.
I think it's going to be Harley Quinn.
I think Harley Quinn, they're going to just drop it because we haven't had any word and it's supposed to be summer.
Yeah. I feel like there's a movie that we're missing.
Lightyear is the following week. I don't know if we're interested in seeing Lightyears in theater. Me and Jeff was talking about like we want to see Lightyear. We don't know if it's movie theater seeing.
I don't think I want to see it in the theaters. But
and then like I think the week after that's Umbrella Academy.
Well, Thor comes out July 8th,
sometime. Yeah.
And so does July is also Super Pets. So it sounds like we are safe from movie theaters.
Yeah, for like another month, I think would be good, pretty much for movies. Because Lightyear, I want to see Lightyear, but I think I can wait till Disney Plus. I don't think that's something I have to go to the theaters to watch.
Same. I feel like we're missing something though. I feel like there's something coming up.
I mean, I know Umbrella Academy is later this month. Stranger Things coming up this month, but you and Jeff don't watch Stranger Things, so that's something we have to worry about. Oh, actually, are we doing a podcast next week, Monday? Because it's Juneteenth, and I said we should try and have holidays off.
Well, Juneteenth is the Sunday.
Okay, but the federal day off is Monday.
That is true. We could do it on Tuesday.
Okay, I was just thinking of asking both of you guys and care. I'm fine for streaming that day, but I don't know if you guys wanted to do it. Because I guess you're right. It is Sunday, but federally it's off Monday. So I don't know if that makes a difference.
Yeah, it would be nice to not have to do it that day, if only for the fact of, like, I've got a really busy week this week, and that would give me time to catch up if I need to catch up on anything.
All right. I'll let Jeff know, see if he's also down for taking it off, so we can all just enjoy our holidays.
Yeah, because, like, on Juneteenth, I have to go to the mall to buy a bunch of clothes for my new job.
I have no plans at all. I'll probably just be streaming anyway. It's like maybe we just won't do the podcast.
And I'm working like 50 hours between now and Sunday. So
I know the following week after that, on Tuesday morning, I have jury duty, so I'm good for the podcast on Monday.
I just got a letter that they need me to do jury duty again, and it's like, y'all, I'm not supposed to do it within 5 years of each other.
Oh, this is the first time I ever got a letter. I'm ready to have someone's life in my hands. I am ready for this responsibility.
The last one I got was like a workers dispute, but the company it was against was one of my clients, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
but it counts as fulfilling your jury duty.
Good for you. I feel, I don't know, somewhere in my heart it tells me that I'm gonna show up, and then they're gonna not even pick me.
Yeah, that happens.
Because they do prefer a certain demographic who are more willing to convict. They like their white males. They convict more often.
Yeah.
They don't want educated minorities on usually.
People will kind of like, but what do they really do?
Yeah. So I'm hoping I get selected because I really want that power. But
Wait,
usually they don't want people who want the power, and they don't want minorities who are educated.
Do you have to show up in person, or are you doing yours electronically? Because the selection process is electronically.
It said I'm pretty sure I have to go into the courthouse. They said check my
Check in the
email.
night before.
Check the night before to make sure it's still going on. But I am to report at somewhere. Yeah, they gave me a whole address to show up.
Well, it's a shame you didn't get jury duty like 6 months ago, because you could have been on the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case.
No, I'm okay with that because that lasted like a long time.
You get paid for it.
You do get paid for it.
Not enough. Even just showing up to selection.
It's like every day
$10.
for so many things. It's like what, only $90 a day?
Something like that, yeah. It's really shitty. Yeah, the selection process here is like $10.
I just want this to be a one-day thing. I don't want it to last long. It better not be a big case.
You might end up on a big case, Haxley. You don't get to choose.
I know. I don't know anything about this.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get out because I need to go to bed.
All right, sounds good. Adios.
Till next time, y'all.